This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hello, Hobie listeners. September 22nd through the 24th, we will be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo at the Duke Energy Convention Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. You should be there. Not only will Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo be there, but also from the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones, David Bradley will be there. So bring a sword.
Walter Gray.
Ben Peter will be there from Face Off, and a hell of a nice guy too. And Jason Isaacs. Everybody loves Jason Isaacs.
Oh, yeah. If you're a Harry Potter fan, he was Lucius Malfoy. He was in the Peter Pan movie. I remember that. That was good.
Also, Dirk Manning from Nightmare World, the comic book. Wallace Shawn is going to be there.
Inconceivable.
Kurt Wood will be there from the Oh Yeah comics. Also, Scoot McMahon from Oh Yeah comics. Gotta love Oh Yeah comic. Jay Fosgett. He is Dev's friend, so we'll give him some slack, but everyone loves him. And many, many more. That's September 22nd through September 24th. You can go to the Cincinnati Comic Expo to get your tickets. And when you're there, look for Hobie. Please note the thoughts, opinions, jokes, and every other bad taste that the guest and the host of Hobie, aka the History of Bad Ideas, is of their own, is not associated with any companies they may work for, any firms they work with, any advertisers, or anybody else in general. Remember, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Hell yeah. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote scripts. All right here is no mystery, cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 180. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
Yay! We don't have a guest this week. It's been quiet in the Hobie Studios, the Bob Studios.
That's okay.
We need to get a new one.
We may not have a guest, but we do have Pez.
Yes, we do. We're running low on the British Pez. I'm very disappointed in that.
With the natural flavoring
Yes.
and sugar.
Yes. The UK Pez is very good. Thanks to the 365 guys.
Corn syrup, fructose.
No, but it's okay. At the Cincinnati Comic Expo, we'll be passing out Pez. Little cups of Pez.
Speaking of the 365 guys.
Yes.
Obviously, our listeners in UCK didn't listen to my advice in regards to the elections they had.
Down the hall.
Which was they were supposed to vote for Pippa's bum.
And they did not vote for Pippa's bomb.
No. But can somebody explain to me how a guy that loses an election wins? I don't understand.
He was thrilled to win and lose.
I have no idea. I don't understand. I'm perplexed.
I'm perplexed by the British government.
I'm perplexed by European multi-party elections.
I'm ecstatic that they have more than two parties that actually count.
Do you like the Sir Buckethead?
I do.
Sir Buckethead rules.
I'm just happy there's more than two picks. I'm happy there's more than douchebag and shit sandwich. I'm just happy.
There's douchebag shit sandwich, and then there's loon, and then there's loggerhead,
and Sir Buckethead.
And
Sir Buckethead.
And Pippa's bum.
And well, I'm disappointed. Pippa's bum didn't get the turnout that I hopefully
Help me out. Is Pippa
predicted.
the princess, or is it the sister?
She's
Pippa's the little sister whose butt was the focus of everybody's adoration from Kate Middleton's wedding several years ago.
And technically, Kate Middleton is not a princess; she's a duchess.
Okay,
I don't understand why.
Yeah, because she married into royalty.
Yeah, but so
I think
did
that's how it
Diana.
works. She married into royalty.
Yeah, but Princess Diana did too.
Diana did too, but she became a princess.
Well, because she's Diana.
Oh, okay.
You know what? We should actually ask the nerdly .co.uk people.
Explain to me royalty, please. What makes the difference between a duke
And a douche.
and a marquis?
Marquez.
Pippa's bum. I don't know. What's the
And
difference?
a knight.
A knight. Well, with knight, you just get from the
I
queen.
knight you.
I mean,
knight
Paul
you.
McCartney's knighted. I mean, you could just, any guy that makes $1 million gets knighted.
Paul McCartney, my God, they give it to any slouch.
They give it to anybody, any artist. Didn't they give it to like a Mr. Who guy or something too?
A Doctor
Probably.
Yeah.
Mr. Who. It's not Dr. Seuss.
Isn't J.K. Rowling knighted? I mean, she's
think
a
so.
woman. How could she be knighted?
Down the hall. Down the hall. Down the hall.
They're called dames when the women are united.
They're called
Are they?
dames?
Dames.
I thought that was a derogatory term for a woman.
Yeah, Dane,
Not
what are you
in-
going to do,
what are you
Dane?
doing?
It's in
Dame.
America. In Britain, it's a title given to special people.
Check out the gams on that dame.
Yeah, look at her. She's got her flapper dress up to her knees. Look at that.
Although I will say, just because someone was knighted doesn't mean I have to call them sir.
Oh, you could.
I hate when you say someone's name, like you said Paul McCartney, and someone
Yeah.
goes, Sir Paul
Sir
McCartney.
Paul
I'm like,
McCartney.
fuck that. Our ancestors fought a war. I don't have to call him sir.
It's kind of like the people that are called doctors, even though they're not really a medical doctor, they're a PhD.
Yeah.
Doesn't count. Sorry. It's impressive that you did that. I'm still not calling
Or
you doctor.
even the people who are medical doctors, when you say Mr. So-and-so, and they're like, that's doctor. I'm like, yeah, mister.
Mister.
I don't care if you went to school and got a degree. That doesn't mean you're not a mister.
Wow.
What does the PH stand for in D?
Philosophy
Head.
doctorate.
Philosophy head doctorate?
Yes. That's it.
Is that what
Doctorate of
PhD
philosophy.
stands for?
Yeah.
I thought D stood for degree.
We're
Something like
idiots.
PhD.
I think the D is doctorate.
Is that the level of perspiration protection? I don't understand.
As
It's
says
strong enough for a man, but made for a woman.
And that's why it's 7/10 of the cost.
And that's why we have communication degrees. Dear God. Fall back on that one. Thank you for everybody for listening as Blake moves his chair.
It's a big chair.
It is a big chair for a big man. Blake and I match this week. We have gray shorts on and Stuff That Matters t-shirts with guys that don't. So we appreciate that. We have shirts for sale still.
That's right.
$12. Please send them over. Our sales have gone flat for recently. We sold a lot. And then it kind of peaked.
Flatlined.
It's kind of like the pet rock. It took off really well. Our shirt does just the same as a pet rock. Even more so. Our shirt looks better on women than it does rocks.
Yes.
Especially when you stone them. You don't
Yes,
want-
and
I
you're,
think it looks better on women than it does on rocks.
well, that's true. It does. It does.
that's right. And you're
Our shirt
encouraged.
looks great on women.
That's right.
Yes.
All women should be wearing
Yes.
this shirt.
All women, I recommend you buy it for your lover, and that way they can wear it as a nightgown.
Henno's, who is going to do our top 5 theme music next week. We finally have top 5 theme music coming to us.
Top 5.
Henno from Gotham Lights podcast.
and like 100 other podcasts.
Yes, he is the new nickel. Of course, this one won't quit. And Henno, though, his future wife looks really good in it too. She was sporting it, so thank you for that.
I haven't seen a picture.
Well, you're not on Twitter.
He's got a point there, Blake. You're not on Twitter.
Well, when she wears it, is she wearing panties underneath?
I'm not getting into this.
That's why you
Henno will
should. That's
kick
why
your
you should
ass.
wear it as a nightgown because it sets the mood. I mean, it's a wonderful, lovely yellow gold with black lettering.
Does your wife get a kick out of you coming to bed with just your T-shirt on?
No, I only wear socks.
Ah, why are you wearing socks?
Black
Yeah,
socks.
really.
Ah, with flip flops. Hello, lady of the night.
Lady of the Night? Is that what you just called Mrs. Blake? Lady of the Night?
First time you just called her Mrs. Blake.
You should call her boss. That's what I call her.
Well,
What's your safe word? Bananas.
we've had this discussion before. She doesn't actually want her name associated with
That
our
is
podcast.
true. That is true.
Right.
Most people don't. Most people don't.
That's why she is the female perspective.
Yes. She needs to come back on the show.
Oh, when we do Game of Thrones.
I
preludes.
want to talk to her. I got many questions for her.
You can talk to her.
You can.
On the Game of Thrones
On the Game of
podcast.
Thrones.
I'll be honest, I don't want to talk to her, but our listeners have a lot of questions for her. Number one fan Doug has a lot of questions for her.
Sure.
Randall Holt has a lot of questions for her.
I think even Nick Albright might have a question or two.
So get it going. Culture Babble wants some
There you go.
questions for her.
Yeah, I send those questions in and she'd be like, what the hell do you talk about on this podcast?
Does she listen?
No.
Good call. Here does my wife.
It's for her safety.
For your protection.
It's for my protection, her safety.
Everyone else, thanks for listening. We love
Yeah.
everybody else, and we can't believe how many people
exactly.
listen, so we appreciate
I
it.
say the reason we keep doing it is because somebody keeps downloading us and listening.
A lot of people do, and it's kind of scaring me.
Hey, thank you very much. And if you are listening, you should turn a friend on to this podcast. And then after that,
Write a review.
wrong.
Apologize.
That's correct. You
Write a review on
apologize.
iTunes.
And then you tell two friends, and they tell two friends.
And then they go, what the
And
fuck
so
are you
on,
why are you
and
telling me
so
this? Do you
on.
hate me? And then they don't become friends with you anymore.
But then they have clean hair.
And then soon there'll be
You
world
don't get
peace.
that, do you?
No.
It was a shampoo commercial. They
Exactly.
tell two friends and they tell two friends.
Head and Shoulders,
And so on
it-
and so on.
Or Velveeta number 5. Velveeta.
Velveeta number 5.
Velveeta is
Velveeta number
shady.
Val Sassoon? Is that what you meant?
No, was it Vidal? Was it Vidal number 5 or Velveeta number 5?
I like Velveeta number
I like
5.
Velveeta number 5.
You know,
What if you keep telling people? Maybe there'll eventually be world peace.
before when I took a shower
No,
tonight, I
there
did
already
use
is world peace. Katy Perry got involved.
Oh, that's right. She said just coexist already.
I'm not digging her new haircut.
No,
I love Katy Perry, but I don't like that new haircut. No.
I don't look at her hair.
You just listen to her music?
No.
Good call. Her feet? You a feet guy? Why is she not wearing black socks?
Where's her black sock sandals?
I got a little something fun here. So on one of the websites I follow, they were talking about viewers now, like TV shows that have been renewed this year, and for network TV, they're ecstatic if they hit 9 million viewers. You know, that's a big one. I think the crappy Big Bang Theory, that's anywhere between 13 to 15 million, basically, and that's like
Yeah.
one of the number one
But what
shows.
is Kevin Can Wait bringing in?
Cholesterol, anger management. Anyways, fuck them. No, so they were comparing it to back in the day. Now, mind you, there was only 4 channels, and you gotta take it's all relative.
That doesn't include the UHF,
Correct.
which is the cheapo local.
Local channel.
It's your PBS. That UHF should be
Yeah.
called the PBS band.
Yeah.
So Beverly Hillbillies.
No, originally there was only 3 channels.
3 channels, and then there.
Fox upset the world by making a 4th.
So in the 1950s, 60s, they were talking about these shows, and the Beverly Hillbillies, one of their episodes, not even a special episode where one of them does drugs, like back in the day of Family Ties, a very special episode, just a regular episode.
Back when they made sitcoms horribly serious for an episode.
Yes.
They always called it a very special
It
episode.
was like, this is a very special episode of Different Strokes. And you're like, dude, I turned this on to laugh.
Turn it on to laugh, not to watch Dudley get molested.
On this special episode of Family Ties, Michael
You know, I was-
Jackson gets the shakes.
Yeah, no shit. I was actually traumatized.
Michael Jackson.
Michael
Fox.
Jackson, no. Michael J. Fox. No, I remember being a kid and I was traumatized watching an episode of Little House on the Prairie.
Just watching that
Every
was-
episode
Well, no.
traumatized me.
No, but seriously. And there was a little girl that was molested by some
What?
dude. Yeah, I was like traumatized when I was a kid. My parents were like, well, we thought this was wholesome entertainment.
They didn't have molestation in the
No, there was an
prairie days.
episode. No, yeah, exactly. There was an episode of Little
prairie
House on the Prairie where one of the little neighbor girls got molested out in the field by some guy. Now, they didn't show who he was because that was part of the whole,
He was a stranger. Stranger danger.
Did they kill him? Did they catch him?
No, I think they remember they caught him and something happened to him. But I
Stabbed
remember
him.
I was deeply disturbed by that stuff, man.
Oh.
And now here I am today on Hobie.
So we can thank Little House on the Prairie for all this.
That's right. But
Thanks,
that also
Michael Landon.
brings it up the snotty girl from Little House on the Prairie.
Ellie
She just
Olsen.
Yeah, she just released a book, and apparently she had been molested several times in Hollywood.
Jesus.
You know, with the sets and everything else. And
I knew she was kind of an activist for child actor rights and whatnot. But
yeah, exactly. She said like one of the episodes where she was throwing tantrums in the kitchen and in the cabin. She said that was actually like her venting like a lot of pent up frustration because you know those sick fucks in Hollywood that take advantage of children.
Jesus.
You know, molested them and.
Oh.
All right.
This episode,
All right. So yeah, not brought to you
episode
by
of,
Little House on the Prairie.
This episode-
Prozac.
I was just going to say. Anyways, so back
So
to the
anyway,
day.
Sir Buckethead, how the fuck does that guy get on the ballot list?
So anyways, back in the day, Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes, I'm sorry.
One of their regular episodes where Grammy confuses a kangaroo for a wombat or something like that.
Granny.
I think she thought it was like a giant rabbit. Or
Yeah, maybe that might be it.
I don't think she
a jackalope.
Jackalope.
Jackalope. That's what she
okay.
confused it for.
It wasn't a dingo.
No, my bad dingo at your baby.
Yeah, I don't think Granny was going to be confusing an Australian animal with another Australian animal because she probably doesn't know what any of them are.
Because she was from Tennessee or something, and she wouldn't know what a dingo was.
My bad
Exactly.
dingo at your baby.
Or actually, she didn't know what a rabbit was or a kangaroo was.
Kangaroo.
You're
This is a
right.
long story just to get to this point. Never
Anyway,
mind.
so what was your point?
Yeah,
Jason?
you got to actually give us your point.
It made 57 million people watched it. A quarter of America watched it at that time. I think that is a hell of a number. Now, again, it's limited because there's only 3, but that is a hell of a number to think that a regular episode of Beverly Hillbillies did that. And then they said the following week it did like 56 million. So back-to-back weeks, it had the biggest ratings between the same show in 2 episodes. It was also the first and only sitcom that premiered #1 in the television market all year. It was the #1 show of the year.
Number one show of the year.
Rookie show, yeah. That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
I always liked the Beverly Hillbillies, actually. But, with that being said, 57 million! Was there nothing else on?
No.
No,
Literally, no.
I think that was what the whole discussion was about. Was there wasn't anything else? Like you said, we live in the golden age of television right now.
Yes.
With the choices we have and the quality programs, and somehow the crap still gets made.
Well, there's a lot more quantity than quality out
Yeah.
there.
But there is quality.
You just have to find
Gotta
it.
find it.
Well, it's a lot different, too.
Or
I mean,
listen to our podcast.
And we'll tell you
That
all
is-
about
tell
the
you what it
quality.
is.
That is quality our podcast.
That's right.
No, I mean, you look at like anything out there, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, CBS, Direct, whatever they do now. Not so much CISO. Moment of silence for that.
What about Yahoo?
Yahoo! No, they lost about 200 million. Could you find it for them? Because they can't. No, I mean, it is impressive to see all the stuff out there right now, all the shows, and yet network TV still has some of the worst shows on out there. How does that happen?
Because they're trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator.
And there's a lot of the lowest common
but their
denominator
ratings
out
are
there.
Tanking. I mean, they are tanking. Of course, I did see that Netflix was cutting a lot of their expensive shows. They
Like-
cut Sense8.
I never saw it.
2 seasons. They said it cost $12 million an episode to make.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, okay. 12 million a season should be where they're looking.
The Get Down, they canceled that. The first season of that, 10 episodes, cost $120 million.
Was that about the mock Jackson 5 family or
Yeah,
something?
something like that. Yeah. And it got great reviews, but they said it was way too expensive, and the ratings were not that great actually on it.
I don't think Netflix hits everybody still, though, like common TV does yet, or the
No, I
regular
agree.
cable
No.
TV.
I think you
Or
get a lot of the
satellite.
younger generation too with it,
Yeah.
and even our generation and that. But I don't feel like you get a lot of the 40, 50 years old and older and above. Jeff's
Yeah,
group.
and that's the thing, is the network, since they have to sell advertising, want to get the younger group, but they only get the older group
Yes.
because the younger groups are watching the subscribe channels that don't care how
Well, that's why
old you are or
That's why
what
the
demographic you fall in, as long as you're paying.
That's why the cable companies are stopping. They're not fighting on the packages anymore. They're doing, you get to pick a lot more options at a la carte, not complete a la carte yet,
Yeah.
but they're not fighting that anymore because they know that they said the millennials are not going to cable stations anymore.
No, they're not.
The cable packages, they don't care. Give me an internet connection, I'm good.
What was it? It was Longmire
Yeah.
was
AMC.
A&E.
A&E, sorry.
It was A&E's highest rated scripted show, so not any of their
Reality bullshit.
shows. It was their highest rated scripted show, higher than a lot of their reality bullshit, and they canceled it because the demographic that was watching was, 40 plus demographic. Where Netflix, like, well, we don't care if you're 40 or 20, we're 60.
Yeah.
Well, you're paying
$10 a month, we'll take
$10 a
it.
month, and so I mean, Netflix was thrilled to get something like that.
Well, they said Netflix.
Great show. If anybody hasn't watched it, I highly recommend.
They did 2
Longmire.
seasons on Netflix, right? 2 or 3.
I can't remember if I think.
They did more than 1. I know that.
Well, then they're doing a third one then.
Okay. Because, well, the thing is, too, with Netflix, they're moving away from regular shows, too. Or regular movies and that stuff. They're not putting those up there as much. They're going to Disney movies. I've noticed a lot lately, especially with my kids, like Secret Life of Pets is already up there. There's a lot of the ones that Trolls is already up there. God. But there's a lot of...
Is Boss Baby there yet?
No. Oh, dear God. Please don't make it happen. But even my 3-year-old daughter, I was like, do you want to watch Trolls? No. Good. Thank God. Good job. You have taste. Tell my oldest that. But yeah, I mean, they're coming up with the Pixar movies are coming on quicker. The Marvel movies are coming because they made a special deal. But they're losing a lot of the other stuff because they said they're moving all towards original content eventually.
Yeah.
They said they will have Disney and Marvel because those are popular and the popular movies. But
See, that's the thing is that's what I like is for Netflix is the non-popular movies, the movies you won't find anywhere else. But just a small independent movie that signed with Netflix. So,
Ridiculous 6.
No, that's it. No,
he's thinking about MST3K.
I wasn't, but that's okay.
That is
There
a
you
good.
go.
That is a good.
I've just found a couple different, and they're not even necessarily good movies, but movies that were at least fun to watch.
The Phantom with Billy Zane.
No, I'm talking about movies you would never even heard of.
The Phantom with Billy Zane.
I heard of that.
Well, you
Slam
did.
Evil. Come
That's
on.
right. They do a lot with documentaries too, which I appreciate. And they're doing something that Comedy Central used to do. Remember when Comedy Central, back in the early 90s, mid-90s, they used to do all stand-up specials and that?
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. And so Netflix has started filling that void. They've signed a lot.
Picked it up from, I think it was Showtime, I think used to do a lot.
HBO used to too. HBO. But yeah, Netflix has started doing because they said it's great PR for them, and they said people love it. They said their ratings are through the roof because they signed Chappelle to a 3-concert, $40 million deal. I think it was.
Yeah, who else did they sign?
They got Amy Schumer. They just signed.
Yeah.
The Chelsea Handler did not do well.
Yeah,
They said her show did not do well at all.
Well, that's the thing is that's not the type of show that Netflix should be dealing.
A nightly show.
Yeah, a talk show type. No, I mean let the broadcasts have that. That's
Unless it's
fine.
Hobie. They want to bring Hobie on.
Oh yeah.
Then we could do a nightly show.
It wouldn't even be $1 million.
I could do it for $500,000 a season.
Yeah,
Each.
exactly.
I could do that. Each. Fine, $250.
It would be cheaper,
Yes. And IOUs, just as good as money.
and I can be molested. you
What?
know, for those Hollywood types?
It's got creepy quick down the
No,
hall.
I'm
Apparently,
kidding.
he's offering himself up now.
Blake's desperate.
To female executives.
I got black socks. Did you buy a tiny house yet?
No,
Are you going to?
No.
Have you looked at tiny houses?
No.
Are you moving to Portland?
no,
Come on. Move to Portland.
no,
You want to move to my backyard? $300 a month.
no,
You can't come into our house, though.
no. Can I use the electric smoker?
Shut up. No, you can't now. I'm going to turn the sprinkler on your area, too, every night.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be nice. The water hitting against the window. That'd be,
And then you could be on
Fall
HGTV
asleep,
and
too.
say, I got a waterfall in front of my house.
there you go.
There you go.
That would be a sprinkler,
Got a
sir.
view of the water. It's an above ground pool.
Some other sad news. Adam West died.
Mwah, mwah.
It was a rough
Yeah.
one. He came to Expo 2 years ago. I told the story online, and
Yeah.
I'm glad I saw him. My wife pushed me to go get his autograph. I'm not a big autograph guy, but I am glad I got to meet him once and shake his hand and get his autograph and talk to him
Yeah.
for 10 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, talk about that for a little bit, anyways.
He He was the reason that I became a geek, because one of the main reasons, because I loved his Batman show. It was on at many different times. It was on during the afternoons when you came home.
Yeah.
It was on Saturday mornings.
It was on that UHF channel that we talked about earlier.
Yes. It was on Sundays sometimes, Sunday mornings, especially if I got up really early. It was on like 6 a.m. It's still on TV now. MeTV still has it on. And I just loved the campiness. Even as a kid, I loved it because there was a lot of fight scenes. And that's what I loved about it back in the day was Batman. And back then we didn't have superhero shows. We never had superhero shows.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right about that.
And people were like, "Oh, it was too campy." It was the '60s. What do you expect?
It was jokey and funny and sarcastic and
back in the comic books, that's what it was at that time with that character.
And they had King Tut.
King Tut. But you look at the list of villains on that. I mean, that Vincent Price on it.
It was the Cameo TV show before there were Cameo
Yes.
TV shows.
Hell, they even had the Spirit, not the Spirit. Who's the Kato? Black Hornet. No.
Green Hornet.
Green
Hornet.
Hornet. He was on an episode. He was looking out the window when they walked up. There was 19 celebrities.
They had kind of a crossover.
They did have a
episode
crossover episode with Kato and that too.
Yeah. Apparently, I found out today that the Green Hornet's car was named Black Beauty.
Really?
I got quizzed on it at work, and I had no clue, and so my coworker felt superior for once.
Well, did he learn that from watching the Seth Rogen version?
Probably.
Oh,
Okay.
But no, Adam
But
West.
how's that fit into... No, I'm kidding. How's that fit into Jason's lovely story about Adam West?
But I am glad I got to meet him. We got his autograph here, his picture in the Hobie Studios.
Bob Studios.
Bob Studios. He's carrying the bomb because some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
That's probably one of the funniest, scenes.
The ducks.
Yeah, he's trying to throw the bomb out. There's kids, there's ducks, there's like a parade, there's
fisherman.
there's like old ladies, and it's like he's like, yeah, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb or something like that.
But he did so much more than that.
Yeah.
And then I think his second famous thing, as funny as it is, he was the mayor of Quahog on Family Guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people, and he used to have the gun that shoots cats in Family Guy. He did. I still remember
The fact that someone can have a good sense of humor to lampoon himself like he did on...
Yeah, if you're able to lampoon yourself, that means I think you're pretty much a good person to begin with. Because if you can't lampoon yourself and you get upset at people that joke around and things, then you're kind of like a jerk.
I will say, I did wait in line.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He kind of lampoons himself a little bit. He has a little fun with it. Still crazy, allegedly.
Only when it fits his major Scientology narrative.
Allegedly.
Of ruling the world.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now, according to Preacher, he's dead in Preacher, the TV series.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The greatest thing
Tom
ever.
Cruise was in the town when it blew up. That was awesome.
Adam West, moment of silence, gone too soon. At the age of 88.
Yeah.
I did. My wife
bound to
did say,
happen.
no offense to him, but she's like, you need to go get his autograph because you don't know how much longer he has. And not to be morbid, it's like, yeah, you got a point.
You have
So,
a point. Yeah,
I
exactly.
waited in line for about an hour and 15 minutes, and it was still worth it. So,
What do you say to you?
Hi, Jason.
What do you
Hello,
want to make
sir.
this out to?
yeah, I was like, just want to say you're the, one of the reasons I became a geek. He's like, well, I appreciate that. I get that a lot. And that was it. So
I
there
get
you
that
go.
a lot. Come up with something new, asshole. You're like,
And then he punched me, and a big pow came over my head.
"Ow."
I could have looked at him
He
and said,
said-
really? Ducks?
I thought he was going to say, you're the reason, Jason, that I listen to professional amateur podcasts.
That's right. Hey, Burt Ward, look at this show. Also, sad news: Glenn Headley died. Headley?
Yeah, Glenn Headley died too.
What was she in?
Dirty
Dirty
Rotten
Rotten
Scoundrels.
That was one of her
Amongst
most
other
famous
things.
Yes,
Yeah,
where
other
she's-
things most knowledge and famous for me.
love Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. She was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sad news. So it was we got one more death coming this week because it comes in 3. Uh-oh.
Some wrestler passed away.
What?
Yeah, what's the big whitey guy? What's his name?
Big Whitey.
Big white cowboy looking guy?
Cowboy Bob Orton?
No.
Oh, okay.
Big. All right, I know this is going to narrow it down to like 1,000 of them. Big fat white guy with curly blonde hair.
Kurt Hennig?
No.
He died a long time
He's an
ago.
old school wrestler. Old
It's
school,
bad when
old school.
you type in wrestler died and the first thing comes up is which wrestler died recently.
Yeah, exactly.
I will look that up.
No, it's not Orton.
I will look that up. Steve Williams? No. he died of
Bob, Billy,
J-
Bob, Jim Bob, Bobby.
Ivan Koloff died in February.
No,
Nicole Bass.
No.
George Animal Steel. Jimmy Snuka.
no.
China.
It's like in the past 24 hours.
What?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, keep talking amongst yourself. Tell us about the Sam Elliott interview.
It's really great. No, if you get a chance, Sam Elliott, he stereotyped casting the Cowboys, which he's perfectly fine with that. And he actually talks about he almost screwed himself out of a Hollywood career. And if you want to, you can go look up Sam Elliott interview at Business Insider, where he actually explains about how he broke into Hollywood and his early movie success with was it playing Cher's husband
in Mass?
something Moon.
Oh,
Moon.
No, he wasn't.
that was a Moonstruck.
Moonstruck
Moon
or
over
whatever it was. No,
Miami?
it's
Oh,
Moon, yeah, something like that.
Anyways,
But but it's actually a pretty decent and funny interview.
and how
Sam Elliott.
he talks about Nick Offerman now
Yeah,
because he played him on Parks and Rec.
yeah,
His
he did
doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played the other Ron.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he said he appreciates Nick Offerman picking him because he's like, they could have said, hey, how about this guy playing? And he could have said no. He had, refusal, but he wanted Sam Elliott. So I thought that was funny. Everybody would know him in the dude.
There he goes, the dude. He's the narrator for, of course,
That
Big
man
Lebowski.
might have a better voice than Morgan Freeman even.
You hear him in commercials all the
Yeah.
time, of course. As soon as you hear it, you know that's Sam Elliott.
And of course, Tombstone.
Tombstone, yeah, exactly.
One of my favorite movies. I love him in Tombstone.
The dude.
The dude abides.
The dude abides.
So
Do you have to curse so much? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
let's see here. Twitter poll of the week this week.
Oh, I thought we were doing some more up downs.
Oh, you want to do up downs? Okay. Well,
Yeah, let me do down.
my down was Adam West.
Fuck you, California and Golden State Warriors.
Oh, is that your down this week?
That's right.
Why?
Oh, did
Because
it
you
add?
couldn't beat the Cleveland Cavaliers when they're healthy, so you had to go out and get like an MVP like Kevin Durant to sell out.
Oh, wow, wow,
In
wow.
order to come
Cleveland
in
could have
and
signed
win.
him. Cleveland could have signed him.
Actually, I was joking that's what LeBron was whispering in his ear after the game last night. It's like, why didn't you call me?
So is LeBron James a free agent
If you
now?
wanted a ring, why didn't you call me?
Can he opt out?
I think they got him for one more year, but he has a opt out for 2018.
He can always opt out whenever the fuck he wants to opt out. He's
Dude,
that
he will.
good.
He could probably negotiate for a portion of the Cavaliers now.
The rumor is that he might go to the Lakers.
Well, that's the big rumor is that they'll all go to LA, but there's no reason to.
Why the hell would other people want to go to LA when they're winning in Golden
Because you're not
State?
going to get to the finals because you still got to get past this Kevin Durant and Golden State.
What's the point of fucking hitting the Lakers? I mean, you want to go to Oakland.
You
They're
know what?
winning in Oakland. Fuck LA.
Or you know
right.
what? If you want to bring a team back from the ashes, go to Milwaukee. They've never won one. They haven't won one in decades. How
In
about
decades?
decades?
Oh,
Like centuries.
Yeah, go to New Orleans. Go somewhere else. Don't give it to the fucking Lakers. We apologize to the California fans.
I don't.
Apologize. They're off base.
I will never apologize to LA sports fans for
All about the base.
hating LA sports.
LA and New York,
Especially after the Dodgers just swept our Reds.
because we're just jealous.
Yeah. I really don't care if I have an
Major
NBA team.
markets.
Well, I doubt we'll hear from any LA sports fan because LA sports fans barely know what sports are. They show up in the third inning, they leave at the seventh inning.
Aren't they stoned on marijuana all the time? Medicinal marijuana?
I'm glad we're making generalizations.
This is called stereotyping.
Well, Jason Brown, director Jason Brown, friend of
Hold on. Where did I leave my shoes? Did
That's
I leave
Kentucky.
my shoes?
That's
outside?
Kentucky.
Oh, well, I was reverse stereotyping for a California
No,
fans.
okay.
Because we're flyover land.
Well, like Jason Brown said, guest of our show, director who lives in Hollywood, big name
Jason
director.
C. Brown.
Jason C. Brown. Hobie is also on his trivia page on IMDb.
Damn
but anyways,
straight.
He did say that there's too many transients out there because everyone comes away.
Everybody comes from somewhere else.
Yeah, so that's why nobody cares about LA getting a football team
And now they got 2.
that nobody will care about.
Yeah, exactly.
How dare you leave San Diego? Oh, wait.
Yeah, really, San Diego.
perfect
the
weather.
Chargers. I can't believe the Chargers.
San Diego
left
didn't want them. Or they weren't willing to pay for them anyway.
Do you think a lot of cities, like, I feel like NFL has turned the corner of their fans, and their fans are not as rabid or care as much. Like, there's less and less.
Oh yeah, I think the NFL hit its peak, and they're
They
going
got
downhill now.
They got Roger Goodell has got his hands in too much, and they started pissing people off.
Or maybe they're making too many stupid rules.
Well, that's the thing. They start putting their hands into it too much.
No fun league.
My thought is, do you think that
Actually, they're lightening up on these celebrations, aren't
Yeah,
they?
but
Yes.
they really didn't specify
no?
No, not
what they're
enough.
allowed to do. It's
I'm
basically
sorry. What
up
team
to the
do we
referee.
want to win this week? Oh,
Yeah.
penalty on the other team for celebrating.
Yeah,
A penalty on Cleveland for throwing the ball at the guy's helmet.
yeah.
Out of bounds, Terrell
pretty
Pryor.
much. Yeah, exactly.
Worst penalty ever.
Exactly.
He was
horrible.
handing it to the guy.
Stupid.
Anyways, but my thing is though, do you think a lot more cities will vote down levies now, taxes that
Hold them hostage, especially for shitty football teams.
NFL is famous for holding cities hostage.
Yeah.
Baseball is a little bit more, I feel like, give and take.
I think the bigger the city, the less they care.
Okay.
But
Jacksonville, do you think they would put
I don't think Jacksonville's not going to pay.
I know
for them to,
I know people that live in Jacksonville through my work, and they said it doesn't come across on TV, but they are in the fabric of Jacksonville. They love the Jaguars. I don't think they
How
care
come they
about the
can't
money.
sell out?
That's
Yeah,
the
but
thing is because they don't want to. They don't want to spend the money on it because they've been
team
bad for so long.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
and isn't that one of the biggest stadiums? Wasn't that one of the?
It was one of the biggest ones, and they started cutting down with. They put swimming pools in it.
Yeah,
And,
that was originally wasn't that one of the big college bowls or something?
was it? I don't know about that. I knew it was one of the bigger
supposedly-
ones.
I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, well, tell me or
Correct
prove me
me.
wrong.
We're right until we're proven
Yeah,
otherwise.
I could be wrong, but I thought they played, or at least originally played at one of the place bowl games or whatever, where they built like 100,000 seat stadium, and they look empty on NFL teams when.
Well, instead of tarping it when they got sold, Jacksonville
they had to-
started doing the pool.
Yeah, they had to
swimming pools in it.
tarp the top
Level.
20 rows or something like that. Of their
I'm just
stadium.
asking though, do you think a lot of that will be like the cities will start saying, "Fuck you"?
I
we
think,
got bigger
because
issues.
I think a lot of the cities look at it and say, "Why should we invest hundreds of millions of $1 billion into the stadium when you guys are pocketing $2 billion
well,
in revenue?"
Now we can watch them on TV anytime.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can watch them on TV. You don't even have to live there anymore. You can watch it on satellite direct TV. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your tablet.
Back in the day when the Bengals were trying to get a new stadium, there was a threat of them moving to Baltimore. Damn it.
Damn it. I mean, they could have left before the Browns.
No,
Son of
the
a
Browns
bitch.
were already in Baltimore when that threat came through.
I don't think so. It was in '95. Browns went to Baltimore.
Oh.
Yep.
98.
Yep, you're right. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm right for once.
You were right.
Anyways, what I was saying though is, back then I was like, oh, I don't want them leaving. I'll vote for it. Now I'm like, nah, fuck it.
Well, the problem was the residents of Hamilton County, Ohio, said yes, we will build 2 stadiums, one for the Browns, one for the
Bengals.
Browns, one for the Bengals, one for the Reds,
The Browns would be like, we'll take one too.
Yeah, we'll do it. Sure.
and everyone was fine with that, especially with what the costs of how much it was supposed to cost would be. But then the politicians screwed over the
They did.
city. They negotiated the worst lease in pro sports history.
Because we have to be one of the most technologically advanced stadiums.
Pretty much, we have the best stadium in the league because it's written in the clause that if somebody else gets something in their stadium
Yes.
that we don't have, we must give it to them.
Especially technology-wise.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Even John Oliver on Last Week Tonight talked about it. And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know if I would vote for it again. I don't know if I care. The Reds, I would. You play 81 games there.
Yeah. Well, the problem, it's like, yeah, I would love, we build them a stadium would be nice. Ideally, they should have built a stadium that could also fit a soccer team and you could do other things there. But they fucked it up, and they built pretty much a football only. The field is too small to actually play soccer on. And then they're in charge of everything, is concessions, parking, how high buildings around it are allowed to be built, and
not to get too local, but the best part is, for people that don't know, a lot of the politicians fighting to get it made
are now employed.
They're not employed by the Bengals.
Yeah, they should be in jail now.
Whoops.
What? Collusion? What?
Anyway, so let's go on. What's your up this week? Anybody got ups this week? What we
Saw
got?
Wonder Woman today.
Did you? Wonder Woman.
Between work and coming here, I caught Wonder Woman.
Did you like it?
I did. That's why my up.
Okay. Did you like the fight scenes? Thought those were awesome.
Did you feel empowered by the movie?
Yeah,
with your feminine side?
Actually, yes. To be honest,
It's a good feel-good movie.
Yeah.
Unlike Schindler's List.
I'm still split on the action scenes, because I think they did too much of that 300 stuff where, they slowed it down and sped it up and doing camera angle shifts.
Just show me the fight scene. I don't need Jason Bourne in this. But I agree.
Well, it's better than what Jason Bourne fights were.
I just see a camera move.
But it was just like, oh, now we'll show it in slow-mo, now we'll speed up, and it's like, it felt very 300-ish, which, of course, was Zack Snyder.
Correct.
So it definitely has his influences on it.
I like that she used the lasso a lot more than I thought. Especially in the fight scenes. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's her weapon.
Did you like, and we won't do too many spoilers, because most people have seen it, but
still some. Blake still hasn't to see it.
I have to wait for the female perspective to come back into town.
Oh, so you're single this week?
I was a geographic bachelor.
Nice.
But
for
not
how
very,
much longer?
But not very bachelorist, but very geographically solo.
Oh. Anyways.
I did a lot of my top 5 this week.
Did you like her going across no man's land?
It's called a teaser.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
I was a little worried about how corny it was going to come off, and then I really liked it. Patty Jenkins, the director, said this week, she was in an article, she said she had to fight Warner Brothers to keep that scene in. And
Really?
I'm like, what the fuck is Warner Brothers doing?
She had to fight to keep that scene in?
That's one of the most pivotal scenes in the whole movie.
I don't know how you can get from where you were to where you're going without that scene.
Yes. And then there is a rumor out there this week. There was an article that they said Patty Jenkins is not signed for 2.
No, she's not.
They did not sign her for that. Okay, fine. She's a director. There's a rumor out there that Gal Gadot was not signed for 2.
Oh.
And I thought, there's no way Warner Brothers is that dumb, right? Because
yes, they are.
She had to have been signed for a
she signed for Justice
deal.
League. She's not signed for Wonder Woman 2, supposedly.
Did they sign her to a picture deal? Not necessarily specifying.
I don't know if it's true or not. That's why I kept saying
yeah.
they can't be that dumb, right?
Because she did. I mean, Justice League will be her third.
Yeah.
And I think they even have Justice League 2 lined up. So
yeah,
so it's like she signed on for 4 films. Whether it's going to be a Wonder Woman 2, I don't know. But
again, and that's just one of the articles out there. They're not that dumb, right? Warner Brothers is not that dumb, right?
Oh yeah, we've talked about this in the past.
Well,
okay. Female lead. Can we make her a male? Can we call it Wonder Man?
does she's not shaving her armpits. She is shaving her armpits, right? Shaving it.
And the legs.
Yes.
And the legs. And keep the thigh-high boots.
but I don't understand why we have to make Germany the enemy.
Can we rewrite World War One?
Everybody hates Germans and Nazis.
Let's not do the Germans.
The
get rid
Germans
of
aren't bad, and Nazis weren't even around then. It should have been the Germans. She fought for the Germans.
I'm looking
The damn French.
I'm looking at the script here. I don't see any topless nude scenes. Where's the topless nude scenes?
Oh, sir, I'm the intern. It's PG-13.
This is a female movie, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, where's the boobs?
Well, there's Chris Pine is topless.
No, wrong.
He was bottomless too.
Yeah, he was bottomless too. Yeah. How about that? Is that okay?
We're not trying to make a film for Cannes. We're trying.
You know what? Fuck it. Do we have the rights to strip around?
How am I supposed to get my casting couch scenes in here?
Chris Pine said he'll do your casting couch.
I don't. Where are the children? Oh man, I'm sorry for that.
Down the hall. You want me to cut that?
Where's one of their Corys? Sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Oh, great. So you're into necrophilia.
I couldn't. Oh Jesus. I hate Warner Brother execs, by the way. And if you're
we have a disclaimer.
and if you're a Warner Brother exec, shame on you.
Unless you want to sign us.
Yeah,
We can be bought. Except if you're McDonald's. We cannot be bought by McDonald's.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, maybe.
Advertising, our budget's way off. We should only be advertising 7 tenths of what we would spend on Superman.
This is just going. This is just going.
We shouldn't be paying a full 100% on a female movie here. 7 tenths. I read the news, damn it.
And I'll be honest, we should just be promoting their tampon and Lifetime movie commercials. That's
Can we put some buy cheap Lifetime? Exactly.
Army Wives, is that still on? Is that still on?
Do we have to advertise on the main channels here?
Is Patty Duke Show still on? Can we put it for the Patty Duke Show?
I got it. We'll rope it in with Ghostbusters reboot.
Which one?
The all-female one.
Oh, they're rebooting it again.
We'll buy preview time for Ghostbusters.
I gotta take a step back.
Yeah.
Were you saying that we should only advertise on Lifetime and on tampons? Wonder Woman sponsored tampons?
No, this is why
They're invisible like the plane.
This is why Warner Brothers sucks, okay? Because they have this gem of a movie, they under-advertise it, they don't sign the director to anything long-term, nor
She's a woman, how dare we?
You know, or any of that kind of bullshit. And if you remember way back several episodes, going back a year or two, we were joking about the problems they were having getting this movie done because we're joking about because it has a female lead, and they were concerned that they couldn't sell it.
They didn't even have to sell it and get $100 million plus in its opening weekend.
Yeah, exactly. You know, in their mind, they're like, "Oh, we're brilliant. We didn't spend any advertising dollars. Look at our revenue.
Yeah.
Look at our profit."
On a side note, Justice League has a $600 million marketing budget.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the criticisms about this is how it's so under-advertised and so undersold. And it turns out to be a kick-ass gem.
It is a good film.
Because they're idiots.
It is the best of the DC movies.
By far.
I would say it's up there with some of the Marvel movies. There were some issues I still had. I don't like that it was 2 hours and 2.5 hours. I thought it was really long.
And you couldn't make her a man?
And you couldn't make her a
Wonder Man?
Can we do Wonder Man? That's in the Marvel. Yeah. That's Marvel has Wonder Man.
Can she marry Wonder Man?
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
You know, and there was a little thing. There was little things in it
Might
that
have been a couple things that could be cut, but really,
But no man's land. Can we cut that?
Yeah, no, that one couldn't be cut. I mean, there were probably a couple scenes here or there that could have cut for length or whatever, but I didn't really find it like dragging on. I think it took a little bit to get into, you know, but you kind of needed the introduction. I mean,
the twist at the end with the bad guy. I'll be honest. I really did not see that coming.
I didn't see the exact
don't spoil it yet for me because I haven't seen it yet.
That's why I said it.
I saw half the twist, but not the exact twist.
Yeah, I did like Dr. Poison. I wanted to do more with her.
Yeah, she.
And I'm glad she survived. So I'm fine with that.
Is that the lady who invented mustard gas in World War I?
She
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just joked about that. Holy crap! Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, well, she was trying to make
really?
Her whole thing was she was trying to make a worse
chemical weapon gas.
Yeah.
I did like how Chris Pine in the ballroom scene, he's trying to flirt with her to get some information.
Yeah.
And then his eyes keep going to Diana, Wonder Woman, as she walks in, and it was like, okay, most movies, you know, they just kind of play it off. This one at least was smart enough, and Dr. Poison's like, well, I can see your attention somewhere else. Fuck you, I'm going somewhere.
Look at the gams on that dame.
Look at that dame. She's got a flapper dress on.
She must use Velveeta number 5 for her hair.
It's so cheesy.
It's so silky.
I could just lick it off your hair.
Oh, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Anyways, let's do the Twitter poll of the week. Hobie's best video game console tournament. Also, go see Wonder Woman. Let's see. We're in the 90s now, people. We're in the mid-90s. Still going. Let's see. Advancing to the next round, the second round, was Atari 2600, the Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Genesis, and the Super Nintendo. They have all advanced so far. This week, we had the Sega CD, the Atari Jaguar, Panasonic 3DO, and the Philips CDI.
I remember the 3DO. Wasn't that like a cube?
Yeah, I think it was.
Cubish looking.
Yeah,
system.
I just remember the Panasonic on the front cover when you hit the thing.
Oh,
Philips CDI, I don't remember as much.
Speaking of gaming systems, when you get done on this, you want to talk about the Xbox One X?
Yes, and at E3, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed this.
Yeah, hold on, we'll get to it.
Hello.
In last place, you can vote at Bad Ideas Podcast. We keep going. We got another poll already out this week, so keep voting. The Philips CDI came in last place with 0%.
Apparently that doesn't have a fan base.
Of all the weeks that we've done this, CDI is tied for last with 0%. I think there was one other that had it. So yeah, CDI.
Even ColecoVision had a raving following that wanted to get votes.
Let's see. Third place, the Atari Jaguar.
Third place with how many?
7%.
I actually thought the Jaguar would come in at least second.
I don't even remember the Jaguar.
I do, but it was expensive, and it was,
I'm actually surprised the winner won by that much because it really was a piece of shit.
the 57% to 36%. The Sega CD beat the Panasonic 3DO.
The
So
Sega
there you
CD really was garbage.
I'll take the CD.
Other than Night Trap, there was no reason to have
I would
the
get the
Sega
CD above the 32X. Remember the Sega?
Oh, yeah.
That's in this week's poll.
It is. But if you got them both together, then it was primo.
God, that thing was like a giant billboard. So yeah, Sega CD won 57% to 36% over the Panasonic 3DO. So Sega CD goes on to the next round. Right now we have the 32X, which is struggling against the PlayStation, the Virtual Boy, and something else that's losing.
And something else.
I think the
Something
Sega
else.
Game Gear. Game Gear?
No, Game Gear was last week.
Okay, I forget what the other one was. I guess I could look. But anyways,
You're the one that posts this shit.
well, I'm doing it by timeline, chronological order. They did say number one fan Doug liked his 32X, so he put it out there on Twitter to get 32X fans to vote for it. It's not doing well. I don't think there's many 32X fans out there.
Did Twitter block him?
They should have.
Blocked him for offensive content.
So yes, vote at Bad Ideas Podcast. So Blake, you
Yes.
speak of video games. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the Xbox X,
Yes.
16 double triple X.
For those super...
Triple X, ooh.
Yeah, so let's talk about Microsoft's marketing department. We're going to come out, okay, well, there was the Xbox and the Xbox 360. Now let's change to the Xbox One. And now they're coming out with like a 9,000 RAM, whatever, 4K, for 4K HD TV.
Yeah.
And they call it, what do you think it's called?
Apparently, the Xbox One X.
Yes, the Xbox One X. I guess it's soon to be followed by the Sony PlayStation 4 times 4.
That's already out. I'll tell you right now.
4x4? Yeah.
PlayStation Pro is their version.
Oh, jeez. What do the game consoles always
pretty much
one
unless-
technology always far exceeds
$400 and it's 1 terabyte. The PlayStation Pro.
Yeah, it always far exceeds the technology, the games that they can develop for these things.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have the, what do you call them, televisions, the
4K.
the 4K
Those
televisions, these aren't.
They're worthless, and that's
Yeah.
what some of the reviews were like.
That's
why?
what I mean. Yeah, don't bother getting them because
Save
they
it
don't give
now.
you anything
Yeah.
more than the Xbox One or the PS4 can give you right
Correct.
now, unless you got a 4K television.
So this is from The Verge. It's a good website for electronics and that. From Microsoft's perspective, the Xbox One X, the new console built to take advantage of the rapid growth of 4K TVs,
Ooh, so rapid. How many people got one?
it's an abundance of RAM, teraflops, and other expensive bits. For that reason, $500 is the price Microsoft is going to go with.
Nope.
The Xbox thing will cost $100 more than its direct 4K console competitor, the PlayStation Pro.
Nope.
They really have no idea why it's better than the PlayStation Pro for $100 more too, and Microsoft has yet to explain why it is.
It is because it's Microsoft and Xbox.
That's right.
That's what they're saying.
I mean, Xbox One came out $100 more than the PS4 when it first came out.
Since November, when the Pro came out, 1 in 5 PlayStation 4s has been a Pro. So 20%.
See, I did math there.
Good job.
Ooh.
So Microsoft is trying to. They saw that and they're trying to do it too. So unfortunately, the PlayStation is actually beating the Xbox in this latest round of new consoles and that.
Oh yeah, so Sony's been out shipping Microsoft for the past couple years or whatever.
So, because E3 was this week.
And that includes me. I mean, I switched from when they went to Xbox One with all the restrictions they were going to put on there for constant online gaming in order to play, etc. I said, "Screw you, buddy."
Yeah, I want to play offline. I don't want to be connected.
And I said, "Yeah, I want to play PS4 with my Hobie friends," and I've never played with you guys any fucking game.
I don't have a PS4, so you're not playing with me.
I don't see you on anymore.
I'm friends with you.
Yes.
We're PlayStation friends.
Buy the new wrestling game out.
Yeah, I'm about to say, do you guys even share a game title?
No, we don't even share a game title.
I don't know. I might go poor this year.
If you guys, the 365 guys, I think I'm friends with them too.
Yeah.
And that's it. If you guys get some Rock Band 4, I'm ready. We can Rock Band
I'll be
together.
buying the new Assassin's Creed in October. Oh my God, they go to Egypt.
Oh, wait a minute. Is he going to jump into haystacks?
No.
They don't have hay in Egypt.
You go
Yeah,
sliding
They're
down
jumping in
pyramid.
papyrus stacks.
You go down
Papyrus
sliding
stacks.
I-
Reeds?
Reeds, yeah,
Reeds.
papyrus reeds.
Stacks of
The
reeds?
new one looks awesome.
Sure.
It does.
Whatever.
Fuck you. Here's the best part about the Verge. These improvements largely hinge on the ability of consumers to notice the difference between ultra high resolutions and merely very high resolutions.
Which for me is not much.
The other issue is it assumes that they care. Worse,
Yeah.
most gamers still don't have 4K TVs.
Or won't for several years.
And they said most commercials on television and the web aren't shown in 4K,
No.
making differentiating one 4K game from another an even more absurd task.
There you go.
Yeah, most things aren't broadcast in
Are they going to be
4K, so
not backwards compatible again?
Microsoft's 249 Xbox One S, which is the
Xbox
other one that they
One
came out with, already supports it with HD games, 4K streaming apps like Netflix, and Blu-ray discs. So they said it's really...
So do you need to buy a separate disc for like the Xbox One and
No.
the Xbox One X?
No.
It's the same
Correct.
thing. It just looks so much better if you've got a 4K TV,
Yes.
or slightly better if you notice those things.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much... Did you see the new Spider-Man game, though? Oh.
I saw the graphic title for it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. A lot of
comes out
people are
next year.
excited. A lot of people are excited about a lot of games at E3 being in
Yeah.
the field this year.
Sony did not launch a lot of games, but the ones they did were quality.
Did they announce the Xbox 5 yet? And that
They're not going to probably for at least 2 more years, 2 to 3. And they said it's always been a 10-year cycle, and they said now with the PlayStation Pro they may not even need to, because it costs
10-year cycle.
They want video game consoles will be 10-year cycles.
It's been like 5-year cycles,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So 2019, 2020, it will be just getting. They'll probably announce it and then they'll come out.
Yeah. But
But you know what? I don't even know if they will. If they keep doing PlayStation Pro, I think it's going to be tough for people to buy new consoles again. So,
yeah.
$500 is a lot to throw down for a video game machine.
especially if you wait 6 months or a year and they come down to $300.
$100, $200.
Yeah.
Or you wait till the
exactly.
next one comes out, and then you can buy the last generation
Sure.
for a lot cheaper.
The
Yeah, that too.
the Nintendo Switch, they had a couple good games come out. New Metroid is coming out next year.
Oh boy.
I'm not a big Metroid fan.
I'm about to say, wow, the last time I was thrilled to play Metroid was 92?
Yeah, I did see an article about, this is the best new Super Mario game from Nintendo.
It does look fun.
I'm like, whatever.
It's the only new Super Mario game.
It's
Zelda's
Mario.
getting a lot of big hype that came out a couple months ago for the Switch. Switch had a decent lineup, but I still haven't bought one. Not going to.
No.
But E3 had some decent games. I
Put it
mean,
this way, I haven't owned a Nintendo console up until now. I'm not starting with the Switch.
the Wolfenstein 2. They showed that on the PlayStation.
They're finally coming out with a sequel to the
They've come out with other
1980s
sequels,
game.
but this is the Wolfenstein 2 on the new generation.
Yeah.
And basically, Germans won World War II, and they have taken over. Or there's been an attack. I think
Yeah.
it was attack, and now they're taking over. And you see, you're walking through downtown, like Main Street or whatever, and there's people dressed in the KKK garbs. Hey, how's it going? And all that stuff.
Can you just shoot them?
Yeah,
That probably would
Yeah,
not be
that was
good.
a complaint that all the bad guys are Nazis and white supremacists.
Yes.
I was like, hey, is this must be a Seattle product.
We apologize, Seattle. So, let's do some listener feedback.
Straight from Evergreen State College. And listener feedback, you know what that means. We start off with this guy named Doug.
Ape hands.
Ape hands.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
But we did.
But we did. He says, thanks, Jason, for not telling me about the Moss Man from He-Man. Ooh, Moss Man? Was he made of moss?
Remember, I had that action
A
figure.
cameo at the end of
smelled like moss.
Moana.
He was at Moana. Actually, I don't think that was Moss Man. It was close, but it was
them
not.
stealing Moss Man.
Yes.
Disney is stealing from Master of the Universe now.
I can't wait for Moana 2 when Fisto comes in.
Fisto.
Can't wait for that.
What about Man of Arms?
Man, no, he just throws his arm.
Man at arms.
Man at Arms.
Orko's in the next one.
Cringer. I like Cringer.
What about
Cringer?
what about
The cat before it turns into Battle Cat.
Oh, is that was okay.
what about Mr. Neko?
No, not Necco Wafer.
What's this called?
Mechaneck.
Mechaneck, sorry. Mr. Neko.
I just neck out with everybody.
Mechaneck.
Mechaneck's a much tougher name.
Okay, I see.
I can't see over this wall. Let me help. Oh, he got his head shot out.
Yeah.
Shot off.
Ka-chook, 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 ka-chook.
God damn it. Sniper. Well, he's dead.
And done.
How does that guy get built? Like, he's a human, but, my neck really hurts. Let's just replace it with a robotic neck. That makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I suppose you like all the things that are in the neck, you have to make extra long so
Correct.
the neck goes up. His esophagus has to be that much longer.
I'm tired of you complaining about back problems.
Do you think it's like from the tribes in, like, those New Guinea and all that when they put them around the neck?
Oh, the plates?
Yeah.
Neck elongation?
I wonder if that's it.
I see. So now He-Man's cultural appropriating, African native beauty.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Or giraffes. They got long necks too.
Yes, that's right.
Too. Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway, so let's get off to some great top 5 responses. Apparently, last week, our top 5 list for your favorite sci-fi vehicles that you want,
it was a little popular.
it was very popular. So we got a number of responses to go through here. We'll go through a couple of them real quick. The first one from Captain Admiral Kirk.
Hello, Kirk.
He said Pod Racers, Star Wars, The Invisible Plane, Wonder Woman, Battlestar, NESA.
I don't know what that is.
know what it is. Battlestar Galactica?
Sure.
What thing?
I don't know
New
what
series?
N is. I'll find out.
All right. Protector from Galaxy Quest. Oh, yeah, the Protector, the Mock Enterprise. And the USS Enterprise.
That's the
It's a
the ship in the U.S. Army there, the nuclear powered
Battlestar?
No, the USS Enterprise.
Oh, yeah, that is a military one.
That's not fictional. That exists.
Oh, wait. I don't think he meant the CVN. I think he was thinking about the...
Battlestar is from the Nebraska
Star
State
Trek.
Education Association.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, there you go. Or the Nevada State Education Association. You know what? Get it right, people. Pick one.
Come on.
Nebraska or Nevada.
And then, so next one was from Randall Holt.
Time out. Could be from the North Syracuse Education Association.
Oh, sorry.
North Syracuse.
Sorry. Moving
I
on.
thought the National Science and Education Association.
Ooh. These are much better than what he thought.
Yeah. Randall Holt said, I can't believe none of you chose Anakin's pod racer as your number one.
Oh, there's a reason. There's a reason.
Anakin?
His Anakin's pod racer wasn't even as good as Sebulba's pod racer.
Yeah.
Shabobo.
And weren't they like safety hazard vehicles? I mean, if you got stuck in between the two pods, won't you get like electrocuted or
yeah.
something?
Yeah, you saw Jar Jar Binks get electrocuted.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that what
it's-
happened to him?
Yeah.
That was his
A
issue?
lot of things happened to him before that.
I don't think that would pass the National Highway Traffic and Safety Association.
I do
Standards.
declare, though, that that announcer for the pod racer was the best thing ever.
Two-headed announcer.
Oh, so great.
Sure.
Are you an angel?
All right, with that bad taste in my mouth, hey, we got Big Dev, the Psy guy. He says, number 5, TIE Fighter.
I do like the TIE Fighter.
Number 4, TIE Bomber.
I like the TIE Bomber.
I like
Number
this next one
3,
better.
TIE Interceptor.
Interceptor is probably my favorite one.
Number 2, TIE Defender.
The Defender's better.
Number 1, Dreadnought Class Star Destroyer.
Okay.
I think Dev is secretly an imperialist wannabe.
Doesn't surprise me.
Sounds like it.
Does his co-host on the Shot of History know his dictatorial trends?
Why do you think they did Shot of History? You learn from the past so you don't repeat.
Or you do repeat if it's something you want to repeat.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then Besotted Geek says sci-fi, not fantasy dev.
Oh.
So Besotted Geek says number 5, Enterprise NX-01. Mm-hmm. Number 4, Enterprise NCC 1701-E. Mm-hmm. 3 was Voyager NCC 74656.
Is that a 9er in there?
Second was Enterprise NCC-1701, and number 1 was Enterprise NCC-170-D.
The hell are these?
I think there's a trend here. I'm trying to identify what it is.
What is Star Trek?
Apparently a bunch of enterprises.
How many
A
enterprises
bunch of aircraft
are there?
carriers. Apparently there's at least a -D and an E. There's at least
Dash D
5.
was in the Next Generation.
Okay. Make it
that's
so,
E.
number 2.
So you got
E might have been
1701.
what happened, what they built after that was destroyed in the one Next Generation movie.
Well, you know, if it keeps getting destroyed and it's so shitty, why do they keep going with that design?
You would think.
Well, actually, they went with that design because it saved lives, because the saucer part broke away from the rest of it.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, it actually saved lives. They just had to destroy
Well,
it.
why wouldn't they just get a kick-ass cloaking device like everybody else in the universe does?
Because apparently the Federation of Planets doesn't have the cloaking technology.
Because they're too peaceful.
And it's against, I suppose, the Prime Directive to learn it.
Okay.
Fuck the Prime Directive.
All right. Okay, so that would basically the top 5 list from sci-fi vehicles.
Yes.
Next, listener feedback. Have we had this person before?
No.
New feedback here from Juice in the Morning.
He has a nice podcast. Juice in the morning.
Juice in the Morning.
Is that like Juice Newton?
Sure.
Sure.
And she sings that song about
it's a guy.
Angel of the Morning?
You'll come be my angel.
I think you're trying to sing Aerosmith.
You're my
But-
angel.
What did Juice Newton sing? Did
Angel
she
in the Morning.
Angel in the
You'll be
Morning?
my angel in the morning, angel in the evening,
That didn't
my
make
angel
sense.
in the daytime. Get your flappers,
so,
flapper dresses out. You're my angel in the morning.
So Juice in the
Not
Morning.
even close.
Juice in the Morning will never write back into the show.
Probably not, because it reminds me of Juice Newton singing.
Anyways, moving on.
Actually, she changed her name to not Juice Newton in the Morning.
Angel in the
There you go. There's a new nickname for Juice in the Morning. All right. Do you
Not
think
Juice Newton.
not Juice Newton in the morning? Do you think we will enjoy Luke in The Last Jedi, or will he fall from grace?
Can't we have both? Can we enjoy him and he fall from grace?
I think this is a good question because we talked about this a little bit about how Mark Hamill basically disagreed with every character choice that Luke made in the next movie.
Yes.
And in the previews I heard at the end, which confused the shit out of me, is about him talking
for
about
the
it's time
Jedi
for the Jedi to end.
Yes.
I'm not confused. The Jedi are the scourge of the galaxy.
All 2 of them.
Is Yoda still alive?
No.
and
So no,
Ray.
that's a good question. I think maybe we will. Maybe it'll be like one of those things where
Maybe he agrees that Kylo Ren is correct, and
Well,
maybe he joins Kylo Ren.
who knows? Or maybe he just stopped being a little pussy and running away from everything all the damn time.
Kylo Ren turned against me. I'm running away. Oh, look, he killed more Jedi babies. Let's just keep
failed.
going. Let's not stop him. Let's just let him build an empire again. That's smart.
Jedi babies.
Let's go to the temple. Hey, we're going to
They're still
the
good in you,
temple
Father. I feel it.
today.
Fuck it.
I think he will fall from grace in this one. Do you think he dies in the next one?
No, they said he's in for the next 2.
Okay.
Didn't they say that?
I was pretty sure he was in for
He's in
9.
for
So if
the
he's in for
next
9,
2.
Or
you
they
think he's
just
either-
saying that to fool us.
Is he going to
be.
die, or is he just going to, go away? Like, okay, guys, you took over. Have a good day. I'm going to go be.
I'm gonna go run away.
Maybe
You
they'll
guys
write
found
it
me
in
again.
that he kills Leia.
Oh, Jesus.
Uncle Owen.
I still didn't go to the Flight Academy. I can shoot a wombat.
It's just like my T-16 at back home.
Shut up,
Yeah.
Luke.
It's like, shut up.
Where's Biggs at?
Shut up, hick boy. Country bumpkin.
Biggs left the academy.
Don't you have some evaporators to go work on in the desert? Dumbass.
I wouldn't mind if in number 9 he actually goes off and makes a new academy, a Jedi academy, and you don't have to put him in any of their future movies, or you can just relate to him. You know,
They could call it the Professor Skywalker School for Gifted Youngsters.
But how do they fit in it? It's so small.
It's a school for ants.
And you know how 9 is going to end. 9 is going to end with the spirits of Anakin, Ben, and Luke waving and smiling at
Kylo
or Rey. With another nyub nyub song.
Nyub, nyub.
Fucking
Kylo better not
bullshit.
turn into a good guy.
Because you know they're going to have to rip the Last Jedi script for the number 9.
There was one guy.
Because you know this movie ends with the bad guys winning.
There's an article that says
They gotta
maybe Rey
rip
can't
the
control
Empire.
what she does, and she becomes a bad guy.
and Kylo's the good guy. And
No,
saves
it's
her
Finn. Finn is the good guy, and she joins her brother Kylo, or whatever relation they are.
No. You need a strong female hero.
She's awesome.
Wonder Woman Jedi.
Oh.
We need a hero.
Yeah, all right, so
Holding out for a hero to the moment.
There was a
of
little
light.
thing on Facebook. It showed like all the Star Wars Jedi, and it was Obi-Wan, Anakin. You gotta train for years and years as my Padawan to become a true Jedi. Luke, well, you can go to Dagobah for a couple days. It's fine. Finn, Rey, let me have that lightsaber.
yeah, exactly.
Let me just have it. Go on. I'm good.
Doesn't that mirror our national
Attention.
memory and attention span?
Just let me have it. Come on, I'm good.
There you go. I could, yeah. All right. So, anyways, not Juice Newton in the morning. Have you regretted asking that question yet?
Angel in the morning, angel in the evening.
All right. So, of
You
course,
just need to stop. Just
I
stop.
don't even know the song.
Obviously.
Big Dev the Psy Guy. Dev, 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 Dev. Big Dev the Psy Guy. Dev, 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 Dev.
and that is the only listener that has his own theme music.
Yes. Yes.
That's Dev. That means it's time for some corrections.
Corrections.
He says, from Dev, regarding beers to drink when in town for the expo.
This is for Jeff.
You are wrong.
Wrong.
Okay.
Kev from 365 Flicks Pod should drink all the stouts and porters.
No one should drink stouts and porters.
Unless you're having a heavy dessert. You get some peanut butter stout,
I'm probably
Porter.
fine with that because I suggested the IPAs,
some
but I
good
don't like
coffee
IPAs.
porters. No, we're loggerheads.
But I assumed the English folks are probably more used to and enjoy ales more than me.
Yeah, I don't know if the British guys will like IPAs.
They created the IPA.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to like the American version anymore.
Ours are too hoppy.
Yeah, very hoppy. Very
What?
hoppy.
That was so it could survive the boat trip to India.
Wait a minute, what happened?
That's what the IPA was created for.
I thought the India
Because it
Pale.
says India Pale Ale.
No, the India Pale Ale was created to drink during work breaks because it had less alcohol volume.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
It was all strong or whatnot because they needed it to actually still ferment or something on the trip to India when they were.
No, that's when they were drinking Dos Equis because they put limes in there.
That's the Spanish.
Oh,
I think that's when they created the Corona.
scurvy dogs.
I'm a manly man. Let me have my Corona.
Well, Dev, correct us
And
on
my
whatever
lime.
we just said on this next week.
All
and
right.
We'll move on.
All right. No, I like stouts and porters. You get some good cherry stout or cherry porters and some coffee flavor stuff. And they're good
coffee.
for desserts, but you
Coffee.
can't drink them in mass.
I don't like the coffee
They're
or
heavy.
chocolate flavors in my beers.
I agree.
That's all right. You're allowed to be wrong. As Dev would. Well, wait, not according to Dev. You can't do that. All right. Next one from Desmond Hassing.
Smartest listener we have.
He's the most educated Hobie listener.
And he's correcting us again.
And if he's the smartest and most educated Hobie listener, then why is he listening to us?
Because we are that smart.
Oh.
We should be on.
You know what? I actually re-listened to a Musings of the Geek podcast.
Wow.
It's the one about gambling and craps.
That's their
So
Vegas
when they talk
episode,
about,
I think.
one of the Vegas episodes that are coming up for
He
their
missed musings.
podcast.
So they're still available out there, or you just had them saved?
No, it was in my old podcast feed, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. So I listened to the craps one again because I like the science behind the odds of craps because I play craps.
So
the science one, that was
The odds.
Yeah, well, that was on the
Sweat and the Small Stuff.
Sweat and the Small Stuff. Oh yeah, that's with Brian.
So you're saying the science of craps is not crap?
It's correct. It ain't no shit. All right. So, anyways, Desmond Hassing, has he gotten his last degree? Is he graduated?
He's graduated
we're in
8
June.
times.
We're
He's
in
graduated
June.
8 times. He's got a couple more.
Or in June. Shouldn't he be done by now? Or has he started his like doctoral PhD?
He should have been done about 6 years ago,
MD.
but follow Des Hass on Twitter.
He said,
Anyways.
PhD, D.
Triple D.
PH triple D.
PH triple D. That's Dez's new nickname.
No longer Des, just PH triple D.
PH triple D.
Yes.
Hassing says, I think the S foils on the X-Wing deploy to aid in the heat dissipation so that the blasters have a faster fire rate.
This is talking about why do the wings
On the
open up
X-Wing
last
open
week.
up. And
You know
what's
what? That
the
probably
purpose
makes
of it?
sense. I agree with that. Probably does help.
They
It makes-
really only open
yeah.
them up when they are shooting the crap out of their lasers.
Yeah, and I think this goes back to his original engineering degree that he doesn't use.
Well, he's busy, toying 18 theater majors.
Yes.
Let's see. Anyways, my son has the X-Wing. Star Wars vehicle, and
Yes.
they open up, and
Yeah.
then they shoot missiles off from it. So
That's not what the original design.
Yeah,
No.
they shoot lasers, not missiles.
yeah, they shoot missiles on this one that like shoots out of the toy. I was like, I don't think that's accurate.
That's Star Trek that shoots photon.
And then my wife
torpedoes.
goes, "You do realize you saying this is not accurate? It is a movie." I was like, "Yes, but still."
But you still have to be accurate to the movie.
Thank you. Ask He-Man the movie.
Are they confusing the Battlestar Galactica little red thing that shot out the nose of the
The
sun? No, not the the Cylon and the other the Y-wing.
I think you're talking about the robot.
the
from
Y-wing Battlestar Galactica fighter.
Why wing's still Star Wars?
Well, I'm talking about this was actually like
Vipers?
Y-wing Viper, yeah, because it's actually more of a true Y-wing.
Well,
Inverted Y-wing.
It was more of a
Inverted.
triangle thing. Or
Triangle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good podcasting. Let's go to
Yeah.
listener reviews. Besada Geeks got one.
Listener reviews, Beside Geeks, review of Rogue One. He said, just saw it. Really?
No, he didn't just see it. He was just.
Oh, he
showing
just
it.
wants to review
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So he says,
That's fine. Send in your reviews to Twitter for us.
Yeah, no matter how many years you're behind.
Yes.
Now,
Well, I just saw Amadeus 26 years ago.
Amadeus.
so anyways, Beside Geek says, Rogue One, nostalgia is Rogue One's reason for success. Yes, because they played a lot to the original feel and stuff, and it should be accoladed. But he said, I found it boring.
What?
Damn you, Beside Geek. What do you know? And Vader hallway scene was badass, though. Yes, that is correct. Where he's plowing through, trying to get the plans back.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
I would watch that over and over
Yeah.
and over again.
Did they? I can't remember the scenes. Did they actually glue on 70s sideburns to those guys? So when they're
And on
getting
Vader.
whacked?
And on Vader's helmet.
And Vader's
He's got
helmet.
a helmet. He also had what is those things? Those turducken, munchkin, whatever around his genital areas.
Yeah.
What's those called? The hairy things.
Cockpiece? Gherkins?
Gherkins. That's what it is.
Oh, no, it wasn't gherkins. Those are pickles. Merkins.
I would
Merkins.
like to see just a lot of pickles around that area.
Harry Pickles. Harry Pickle Codpiece.
You know, I can't remember how we started on this subject, but I was in the company of many people consuming alcoholic beverages, and I did talk about Merkins
Yes.
and the originations, and there was one person looked at me and was like, how in the hell do we talk about Merkins? I said, I don't know. We're drinking and we got to the subject, and now you're educated.
I didn't know
You're
about-
welcome.
You're welcome. I didn't know about Merkins until I started this show, until a listener started talking about
I didn't
it.
know about Merkins until you talked about them on the show.
Did you know about anal bleaching?
I plead the fifth.
Okay. Because Jeff gets Never mind. Anyways,
I didn't until you told me how beautiful it was.
And speaking of anal bleaching. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, Nick?
This is Nick. Oh. Albright.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna fall asleep. Oh.
I can't read Nick Albright stuff because you didn't give it to me, Jason.
Oh, I'll give it to you, Blake.
Oh, here it is.
Give it to me.
Ooh. Jeff. You. Me. Our mouths.
Ooh.
Endless
Salty.
meat going in them.
Sausage, baby.
Over and over and over.
Is it good for you?
Saturday at 11:30.
Ooh, little afternoon delight. Yeah.
He's talking about chicken wings, right?
What about some brunch,
I'm
baby?
going to have to disappoint Nick. I'm not making it to Origins this year.
Oh.
So we can't go to our all-you-can-eat Brazilian barbecue.
Oh, yeah, Brazilian Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I might go to Origins now if Nick's up there. I want to go see him.
Saturday, 11:30 at the Brazilian
I got
Steakhouse.
many questions for him. I got many questions.
I don't. I'd be a little concerned.
I kind of want to see his Mongolian meat.
No, it's pretty funny. There's nothing more exciting than reading my show notes and it says Nick Albright and there's nothing in there for me. And I'm like,
Make it up on your own.
Anyways, there you go, Nick. What do you got next? Let's wrap this sucker up.
oh, that was a sexy lounge chill out.
Ooh.
Chilled and seductive VIP grooves.
Yeah, it is. Come on down to the VIP lounge.
They're going to get lots of hits on YouTube this week.
Charity is there. Songs don't buy themselves, guys.
That's right. From Professor Number One and Doctor Number One.
G'day, mate.
Said Bride of Frankenstein scheduled to come out April 2019. Does it happen?
I was going to say yes.
And then the mummy showed up.
Yeah, and then the Mummy was such a big disaster that everyone's doubting that the Dark Universe, thank you, might not ever actually happen anymore. So
I'm excited.
I think they're still going to try and go forward with trying to get Bride of Frankenstein to work, and if that one fails, it'll die, but
they released all these big names that are in this Dark Universe.
yeah, and they might not have anybody caring enough to make the movies.
I think the mummy was the wrong one to start with. I don't know. Well, I guess they did try Dracula. That didn't work. And Young Frankenstein, that didn't work from 1978. So they tried. They've been trying Dark Universe for a while. So, okay. So, now we got something that we were bringing back that we haven't done in a while. Jeff, let's hit some music.
What do we want? Draft day! Draft day, I want a draft day. Hubby, draft day, we need a draft day. Hubby, history of bad ideas, yeah! Draft day!
All right, Draft Day.
Draft day!
For new listeners, Draft Day is where someone gives us a team of something, so to speak, whether it be superheroes or a movie or a TV show, and we redraft it with pretty much anybody we want to fit specific roles on the team.
Yep.
And once one is picked, no one else can pick that, and that's how it goes.
Where are we drafting this week, Jeff?
Let's see. The intern tells me from Dev.
The Psy Guy.
Dev suggested this. Dev gets to pick who wins. Mm-hmm. Copland.
I've never seen Copland.
Then it's going to be difficult for you to pick.
The intern forgot to do a space, so it looks like Copeland. So I didn't know what Copeland was. Was he a performer?
Oh, no, it's not about Aaron Copeland.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Copland.
So who's our people?
We are drafting Sheriff Freddie Heffen, portrayed by Sylvester Stallone in the movie Copland, partially deaf sheriff of suburban New Jersey that is enlisted by Tilden to... God, this sentence doesn't make sense to me. Oh, well, he's the small-town cop who works in the small town that is that all the residents in that town are the big town cops across the river in New York.
Yes.
So all New York cops live in this small New Jersey city, and he's the sheriff of that small. Yes. If that makes sense to anybody.
There you go.
Lieutenant Ray Donlin is played by Harvey Keitel. He's the corrupt New York City cop trying to protect his nephew.
Who was played by Michael Rappaport.
Yes. And
we're not drafting Rappaport.
No. But his nephew, screwed up and did something big time serious against the law, and they're trying to cover the cops. Corrupt cops are trying to use the system to protect him.
Does Harvey Keitel show his penis?
I don't think he did in that movie.
Okay, thank God.
We're going with Officer Gary Figgis, as played by Ray Liotta. He's one of the dirty cops who ends up redeeming himself by turning around and helping Sheriff Freddie.
When I see Heffen, I would thought it was Heffernan, and I thought of King of Queens. I was like, no! Sorry.
And Lieutenant Mo Tilden is played by Robert De Niro. He's the internal affairs officer who's trying to clean up the corrupt cops.
Yes. So, Jeff, since you did all that, you can go first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can go first?
Yes.
Sweet, yay. Well, I might as well...
This is not a snake draft.
Might as well start at the top and go with Sheriff Freddie Heflin.
Okay.
I am going to pick Jesus Christ.
Why?
Because he's pretty much the Jesus Christ figure in the story.
Okay.
As far as I know, that was kind of the allegory they were going with it, so I might as well just go straight to the top and pick the original.
Okay. Blake?
Yeah, my war room just got happy.
My war room was ecstatic.
Yeah, exactly with that, because we were worried that he was going to pick my Sheriff Freddie Heffen pick.
Oh.
But now that I don't have to pay number one draft choice money to him.
Good call. Well, about I might take him.
Too. No, it used to be my Sylvester Stallone Sheriff Freddie Heffen. Marion Cobretti.
Who's that?
Cobra.
Who's Cobra? Oh, Stallone from Cobra?
Yeah.
You're the disease, and I'm the cure.
That's a good one. I like that one. I like that one. Okay. Okay.
So he gets younger and hipper with shades and eats pizza with scissors.
Okay.
I think you're missing the point of Copland if you're putting Cobra in the lead.
No, I'm not.
All right.
Does he have a weather machine? Oh, that's G.I. Joe's Cobra. I'm going Lieutenant Ray Donlin, played by Harvey Keitel. He's a corrupt New York City cop trying to protect his nephew. I did this as a corrupt cop trying to protect his son, Chief Wiggum from Simpsons.
I like it. So you're saying your nephew would be Ralph Wiggum?
Yes.
Can't argue that.
Tastes like burning.
All right, well, I'm going to go with my
round two.
Round two. My Lieutenant Ray Donlin, the corrupt cop. I'm going to cast him with Judas Iscariot.
Sense a Bible theme with you.
Do you?
Just guessing. Okay.
Once again, my war room is ecstatic.
I'll be honest, nobody really is even paying attention to Jeff's picks at this point.
My Lieutenant Ray Donlin. Played by Harvey Keitel.
You can pick other people.
Oh no, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Ray Donlin is just simply LT, Lieutenant.
Lawrence Taylor?
No.
Who?
Harvey Keitel, bad lieutenant.
Oh, I thought you meant the French lieutenant.
No.
The French lieutenant. Here's my penis.
And he shows his penis in that.
Oh.
Ah.
Of course,
Well,
he's
now
naked,
you understand Copland.
naked in front of a mirror. Yeah.
Do you do that when you're alone?
I never saw Bad Lieutenant.
Yes, I do that. That's in my top 5 when I'm home alone.
Sheriff Freddie Heflin.
Actually, I do a penis talk and say, "I'd fuck with you.
No. Put the lotion in the basket.
I'm sexy."
Actually, I'm going with Officer Gary Figgis, the cop who redeems himself. I'm going with Denzel Washington because he did a great job in that one movie.
Thanks.
Yes,
Did a great job in that
with
one movie.
Ethan Hawke. Training Day.
Training Day.
So I would like him to. He's a dirty cop in it, but he doesn't redeem himself. But in this movie, I would like him to.
Who did you?
Oh, Denzel Washington.
Oh, Training Day
Okay.
guy.
Washington.
I was trying to figure out who Denzel
Washington.
Washington was.
Oh, you're all funny. I'm doing a snake draft. Okay, I'm up again.
Washington. No, you're not.
Well, round 3.
Yes, round 3.
I don't think anyone's going to pick who I have on my list.
Gary Figgis.
I'm going with Gary Figgis.
Really?
Yeah.
Peter.
The cop who redeems himself. Oh,
Peter.
yes, St. Peter.
There you go.
St. Peter, he denied Jesus, but in the end, he
came back.
And ended up getting crucified for it.
This episode of the Hobie Show is sponsored by the Catholic Church. Please, we're really sorry. Come back. Good, Blake, your turn.
Yeah.
Find us on Printer.
Just let the record show, if you are Catholic and listening, sponsored by the Catholic Church. I do not stand in front of the mirror and do penis touching and quote Silence of the Lambs.
Blake is on Printer.
I just want Il Papa to understand that that's not what I do. All right, I'm going with my officer, Gary Figgis, and it's not Paul. Sorry, Peter. Oh,
What?
no, wait.
What? Huh? What?
My Ray Liotta, cop who redeems himself by helping out, it's going to be Henry Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
From Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's played by Ray Liotta?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
He ends up turning on the bad guys.
That's right.
And getting
That's right.
witness protection.
Re-
My
redeems
war room
himself,
is
that's right.
ecstatic. I got Chief Wiggums. I got Denzel Washington.
Are you going to draft a cartoon character?
I'm going Lieutenant Mo Tilden. I am going with another one.
Mo from
Mo
Simpsons.
Simpson.
That's a good one. That might be
The
better than what I
Simpsons?
had. No, he can't stand the cops, the dirty ones, and it drives him nuts. Who is that from The Simpsons? He can't stand Homer Simpson. Grimes. Don't you see what he's doing? And then he ends up dying. So I'm going with Grimes from The
Going with
Simpsons.
Grimy.
Yeah, it's grimy.
Frank Grimes.
Yes.
He liked to be called Grimy.
I don't think I'm grimy. So that's my pick.
All right.
I figured it played off Chief Wiggum good.
All right, for my last pick,
Yes.
comes as no surprise to anybody for my Lieutenant Mo Tilden, I am taking Saul of Tarsus, a.k.a. St. Paul. Mm-hmm. He's got a city named after him in Minnesota, you know.
Well, that's where Jesus was born.
He's the kind of guy in internal
There's
affairs.
a Tarsus,
trying to-
Minnesota?
Yes.
Is that a TARDIS? There's a TARDIS in Minnesota?
He can't control the TARDIS.
Minnesota? Anyways, well, that's good.
That's my
Your
draft.
team's awful. Anyways, go ahead. Blake, it's down to me and you, I think, who Dev has
Down
to
to
pick.
my Lieutenant Mo Tilden.
Who's your Mo?
No, it's Robert De Niro.
Uh-huh, yes.
Plays the IA internal affairs officer trying to take out the corrupt cops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I bet you're thinking I'm going to take
A Jack Nicholson character
Hoo-ah! Oh, that's
No.
Pacino.
from Pritzi's Honor.
no.
Oh, no, never mind then.
But you did get the cutter. You didn't get my curveball.
Okay.
Trouble with the Curve? That's Clint Eastwood.
No.
Woody Harrelson from
I did
Cheers?
not draft a Robert De Niro character to replace
Oh.
Robert De Niro character. I
Who'd
threw a
you get?
curveball because I figured by this point you guys have figured me out.
No,
Trying
not
to
really.
steal Robert De Niro characters.
So I'm going with Lieutenant Vincent Hanna. That's Al Pacino's character from Heat.
I'm taking the good guy from Heat, not the bad guy from Heat.
That's right.
I'll be honest, my team's pretty happy over here.
See, my backup for Freddy was Serpico.
But you didn't pick that
I
one.
didn't go, but I didn't pick
Should
him.
have picked all Al Pacino
I
characters.
should have picked all Al Pacino cop characters.
I'm going with my last pick.
Son
is
of a woman. Hooah!
Mr. Irrelevant. Sheriff Freddie Heffin. He's partially deaf sheriff. Played by Stallone. I'm going with Marley Matlin.
Blake, congratulations on your win.
Did you pick the deaf actress?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
And we've hit a new low.
Now Marlene Matlin won't come on the show.
She doesn't listen to us anyways.
He's got a point on that.
I apologize.
I don't think,
Actually, our show for the deaf is under descriptive of narrative.
is it? I didn't think we did we have something that prints out the
Just a giant middle finger.
you hear it's just printing out, you see bzz, 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 bzz. And just a picture of symbols drawing a middle finger.
Anyways.
Or a person with the big L sign on their forehead.
Oh, so Dev, let us know who won.
Yeah, please.
I feel dirty.
And give us your corrections on this, too, while you're at it.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Jeff, what are you doing September 22nd through the 24th?
I'm going to the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
That's right. Hobie will be there along with a lot of great guests and artists and movie stars. Yes, Cincinnati Comic Expo at the Duke Energy Convention Center, September 22nd through the 24th. On September 23rd, though, that night is Geek Prom featuring Hogwarts. Hogwarts? Am I correct?
That is correct. Hogwarts.
Oh, look at me. So if you are a big Harry Potter fan, they have less than 100 tickets available. It's a geek prom, but with a flair for Harry Potter. There will be competitions, games, and you even get to be chosen for a house.
Yeah, the sorting hat will be there if you don't already know your house. And from what we understand, at the end of the night, the house with the most points wins.
A special prize. So go to the CincinnatiComicExpo.com to get your tickets today.
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Oh boy, do we have bombs. Per 411 Mania, The Mummy, kickoff to the Dark Universe franchise, brought in $32 million in its first weekend. A little bit below the pathetic $35 to $40 million they were expecting anyway. Universal had issues with the marketing campaign that didn't sell the movie as much as... Much more than a generic action horror that happened to star Tom Cruise. Well, that's what it is.
Yes.
Is it anything more than an action horror?
Is any Tom Cruise movie anything more? He was running. He ran.
Cruise actually doesn't bring in the strongest opening weekend at $32 million. The Mummy is actually the 9th highest opening film of his career, so that's pretty good for Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And 4 of those 9 are Mission Impossible films.
Has he been in every Mission Impossible film?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, the first Mission Impossible
first
probably
remake.
didn't open.
Yes.
That probably didn't open all that well, but the others, I think, all had great opening weekends. The film sits at 17% on Rotten Tomatoes and a B- cinema score.
B- the kiss of death.
But the good news is that The Mummy will do well internationally, grossing $141.8 million overseas for $174 million worldwide. The budget was $125 million-ish. Some sources are claiming it is much higher, closer to the $190 million mark. It will likely need over $450 million worldwide to bring in a profit.
So about $250 million in marketing. $200 million.
That's a lot of bad marketing.
Well, see, here's the deal. If you're watching this movie, you don't know it's the opening to the Dark Universe.
They
didn't market it as
Dark
because
Universe.
they didn't title it or talk about Dark Universe. And then it didn't come together until 2 weeks before The Mummy was released. Yeah. I saw one commercial the week of The Mummy coming out that said, "Enter the Dark Universe," the beginning of the Dark Universe. It's like, oh, now you're putting it out there because you've just finally figured it out.
Oh, this is related to Dracula.
No, it isn't.
And Frankenstein.
No, it isn't.
And the creature from the Black Lagoon.
And Black Lagoon.
Well, yeah, we haven't made that yet.
And we're going to make the Justice of Dark Universe creatures where Dracula teams up with Frankenstein and Creature of Black Lagoon.
And Abbott and Costello.
And
fight
Mummy.
crime.
And fight Abbott and Costello.
I just want to see the Mummy, the Bride of Frankenstein, and Dracula sitting in a private investigation office. That's their job.
I like to see them actually in a pub eating fish sticks, and the creature from the Black Lagoon sitting there going, Really?
That's my cousin.
Really?
Wow.
Catfish.
I actually kind of do want to see Dracula and the Mummy and the Bride of Frankenstein trying to solve film noir crimes.
I think that would be good. I like it. I like it. Who killed the merman? We'll find out.
Are you guys the only ones that get, Schadenfreude from Tom Cruise not doing well in this movie?
There's parts of me that, like, I really can't stand him. And then there's other parts, like he's on the James, what's the Late Show? Corbin?
Corbin.
Yeah. He does
No, that's the new prime minister that lost?
Yes,
Corbin?
but he won.
But he... Sorry.
But, he does they joke about all his movies, and he was really funny about it.
Yeah, well, when they go through and run through...
And he does, and it's like, that's kind of like, then James also put him on a Tom Cruise ship, and it was kind of fun. That was a couple weeks ago. That was pretty damn funny. So
he can every once in a while laugh at himself, but then he lets his...
handlers.
Yeah, his handlers give too much and force all that onto the rest
all
of
this
the
stuff
people,
that's horribly scripted narrative that he seems to gotta fulfill.
And he let his handlers dictate his love life.
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly. And what good movie has he done recently that was actually decent since Rain Man?
No,
Impossible.
Magnolia.
I don't know.
Magnolia.
I like the Mission Impossible, so I like Magnolia too. But now you're going to make me look up Tom Cruise movies and tell you which ones he did that are good recently?
You complete me, Jeff.
That wasn't one.
Shut up. You had me. When he fell in love with the anteater?
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed at Jerry Maguire.
Show me the money. It doesn't age well at all.
I had somebody, I hadn't seen it, and my boss kept telling me how good it was, and then I watched it and realized my boss doesn't have that good a taste in movies.
The kid was annoying. So, the human head is 8 pounds. Shut the fuck up. Anyways.
What do you want to do to that kid?
I don't want to kick him in the face because he's going to get me. Jonathan Lipnicki is going to beat me up. So we're not going to get involved in that. Go back about 80 episodes ago. Jonathan Lipnicki threatened us.
I don't need to take
and
care.
I'm not kidding.
I don't need to take care of another Rain Man kid. Oh wait, wrong movie.
Wrong movie.
I'm crossover.
I'm not kidding. Lipnicki threatened us. Let's see.
I'm a good driver.
I'm just seeing the Lipnicki kid and Jerry Maguire talk about being a good driver on the weekends. Only on Sunday.
I wanted to see The Mummy, and I really thought about seeing it on Thursday night when it opened. And then I saw the reviews, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to spend my time. I think the one review Blake sent over to us was like, it's not even a movie. It's barely a movie.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Coherent.
Worst movie. Cruise film ever.
Yeah. I don't know. War of the Worlds was bad. That was awful.
True.
Oh, I liked the first Jack Reacher movie. Didn't see the second one, so I can't
I
tell
heard good things about Jack Reacher. I still have to see that.
Although I know somebody, I never read the books. I know somebody who was a fan of the books that hated the movie. So I
was about to say my only reference of people who read the books who basically said Jack Reacher's 6 foot blonde guy, and they're upset that Tom Cruise is playing him.
Why is not
I was upset when he was playing the Vampire Lestat too, but
yeah.
Why is Jack Reacher not blonde of the Aryan race?
Well, anyway, let's get on to our box office report of the June 9th through June 11th. Mm-hmm. We have number one, Wonder Woman, making another $57 million, a total of $205 million on a $149 million budget.
Go see it.
Despite Warner Brothers.
In spite of Warner Brothers.
But we make good movie. Number two, as we mentioned, was The Mummy. So it's number two with a $32 million in its opening weekend on a budget of somewhere between $125 to $190 million. Number three, Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, made another $12.5 million for a total of $45 million on a budget of $38 million.
They said the studio is ecstatic about this.
Oh, that's a good one for them. I'll give them that.
They said they kept it low with $38 million because they didn't expect it to be that huge, and it's done really well.
I mean, I never read the books, so I don't know if I can keep up with it, but... Number four, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. made another 11 million, a total of 136 million on a way too high budget of 230 million.
That's an accurate budget. I've heard up to 400 million.
Yeah, I don't know. God.
And then that's not even counting
How do you
marketing.
spend that much money? I mean, are you like purposely throwing away money?
They're building ships. They actually built the whole ship.
And then blew it up.
Yes. That ship cost $80 million to make. Yeah, we're blowing it up.
Yeah, we built 6 of them, and they're going to be in a big sea battle. And
Isn't half of that 230 million Johnny Depp's daily salary?
I don't know. He's been
His
losing
$1 million a day.
They did say-
demands.
They said with the Pirates, with his deal, he was around 30 to 40 million, and they said this is probably his last Pirates movie because this budget is so high. It's like yay, because they did this one focused more on what's his face, Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom's son.
Legolas.
Yes, Legolas. That's it. He walks around a lot. I got a bow and arrow. I know Legolas.
Filling out the top
has no
5,
legs.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 made another $6 million. $366.5 million on a budget of $200 million.
Jeff, it's at 100 or 850 million, I think, worldwide.
Trickling in.
So,
That's over I said over 3/4 of a billion would
be a success.
Yeah, it's higher than I thought it was going to do.
I thought you were saying you bleach your anus.
I do that anyway.
No.
I think that's going to be on my top 5.
Oh wait, that was
So how do you
Shave
reach
the
back there
beard.
that far? That's a pretty impressive skill.
shave the beard.
I never said that.
Oh.
I don't understand what other people's fascination is with my facial hair and why they want to get rid of it.
I just don't want you being on the do not fly list. That's all. I want you to be protected.
Oh, down the hall? Anyone else? Oh, well, never mind. Coming up, June 16th, Cars 3.
Fast and Furious.
After everybody's favorite Cars 2 movie came out, it can only go up from there.
It can, because I think Cars 3 actually looks decent, and I think I might be taking my son this weekend to see it. So I'm okay with that. It's at least not planes. From the world above cars. Shut the fuck up. How dare you?
All Eyes on Me, which is apparently a Tupac
Shakur?
Tupac biopic.
Yes.
Tupac biopic.
Yeah, that rhymes.
Tupac
I was rapping.
biopic.
That was good.
Rough Night.
Scarlett Johansson?
Oh, I always say it was a rough night with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
Yeah, because she turns you down.
It's rough.
Is this the female hangover?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen a trailer for this movie.
I saw it.
I saw
in
posters.
I saw it when I went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Does it look good?
No.
Oh, okay. I seriously have seen posters and like print ads online and that, but I've never seen a trailer for this film.
No.
Oh, and 47 meters down.
It's kind of like they get stuck in a shark tank 47 meters down.
Oh, I thought they were spelunking or something.
Diving cage.
Yeah, diving cage.
Shark cage, diving cage that disconnects, and they got to try and get from
Yeah. What's
the
the
bottom
one?
up.
So, Open Water 3?
Yes, pretty much.
Which is by the way, I was watching the previews for that, and the first thing I said was, how long does the air last in their tanks? Because I would guarantee it's not going to be an hour and 30 minutes.
Well, the movie's probably only 82 minutes.
And then if you're ascending that rapidly from at least two atmospheres down, you're gonna give
Get the
yourself the
bends.
bends. So I immediately said, I ain't fucking watching this movie.
How long does a tank in scuba like that last?
It depends how fast you breathe. That's the problem. If you're panicking underwater, breathing really fast.
Well, maybe they realize they need to breathe slow so they're not going to panic.
No, the previews I saw, I was like,
How long does a tank last? 2 minutes.
yeah, exactly. Seriously,
Son of a bitch.
Go through 1,500 pounds of air in 10 minutes if you're panicking
Maybe
like that.
they put inside the diving cage a bunch of extra containers.
No, there wasn't. I saw it. You saw him dropping the cage down to the bottom.
Maybe the two women have mouth to mouth, and that's how they breathe. They just keep holding their mouths.
No,
Maybe Kevin Costner breathes through his gills.
ooh,
Maybe they have gills.
could be.
Maybe Aquaman saves them. Here, let me
Jason
throw this
Momoa's in
6-ring
it.
binder thing at you. Not
Yeah,
binder.
that's true.
6-ring thing at the shark. I saved it. I saved you.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa comes on.
Needless to say, I I watched it immediately and went, bullshit, and I ain't watching this shit.
Speaking of Jason Momoa, so there was a thing on line that they were showing his bodyguards for Justice League, like, the people that fall. And the one thing was, you ever notice that Jason Momoa's bodyguards kind of look like the guys that you battle to get to the final boss at the end of a video game? Because he's huge. And then you have these two little guys that pair in comparison.
You got to beat Glass Joe and Bald Bull first.
to get to Jason Momoa. Or I was thinking Double Dragon. You got to beat the two little guys and then get to the big guy. It's like, why does he have bodyguards? It's Jason Momoa.
Exactly. I thought you say they look like Dothraki.
What's that?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Dothraki. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's Aggo and I forgot any of the others.
Aggo and Pago.
Miago.
Aggo and Pago, yeah.
Whatever, I can't remember.
Pogo? Let's do some buy sell, Jeff.
We only got one this week. Buy sell Tom Cruise.
Sell.
Sell.
Yep. That was easy. Let's do some top 5.
So hopefully that is the last time we use that
stock music.
Yes, for top 5, because we were promised a new song.
Ooh.
By Idaho's own Heno.
Yay!
So Jay, what is our top 5 this week?
From Heno, because he has some meaty abs. His abs. Oh, and I'm done. He has top 5 things to do when people, or the kids are not around. Basically, when you're alone.
Yeah, I'm about to say, why is all these slashes? Why just say when you're alone?
Well, he was the one that put the slashes.
Okay.
And we're being all inclusive. So if you're a woman, this is what you do when your man's not around.
When your significant other is not around.
Significant other. Or
your children, or anybody else in existence.
That's right.
So please let us know what you do when you're around.
That's right. Now, you told me there's stipulations with this at softball. You told me things you do when she's not around, other than the obvious.
Well, everybody, pets their python when they're not around, so it's fine.
So other than the obvious. So
Yes.
removing that,
You can
I had a
still
hard
put
time
porn.
filling my top 5 list.
1 through 4 was petting the python, clubbing the seal, quacking the duck,
Okay.
pulling the pig.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, porn. You can put porn in there.
No, I was going to do gourmet chef cooking.
Oh, well, yes. 1 through 4, gourmet. Go ahead, Blake. What's your number 5? What do you do when nobody's around?
Top 5 things when, in my case, is when the wife and the kids aren't around, right? Other than the obvious.
Yeah.
All right, so number 5, I actually have time to prepare my grand Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
I think Jason's choking.
What's so funny, Jason?
I don't know. Apparently Jason found something funny.
Most of the time, I can't do it when the old lady's around because then she gives me shit. She's like, "What are you doing? Why aren't you spending time on me? Why aren't you focusing on me? Why don't we watch some TV together? Don't we have the leftovers to watch?" And I'm like, "Well, I guess D&D can wait, honey."
Just picture you in the basement with like the old man glasses going over the.
I almost need old man glasses now.
Put that separate in the middle and come back magnetic.
Yeah. That's right. No, I actually have the card dealer visor.
I can see that.
A little green plastic visor.
Yep.
That I put on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going next.
Mine are not exciting. I will say that.
Well, I didn't even bother with the besides the obvious. So my number 5 is porn. Just porn. Get it out of the way right away. Porn.
Okay.
When no one's around, porn. Porn.
I am Remy LaCroix. Send me my hula hoop around my belly button. Get it in the hole.
Lot of searches on Tumblr.
That's all that Tumblr is good for. On another,
Naked tumbling?
on another note, we are on Tumblr. At History of Bad Ideas. We're also on Geek Life Radio, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. We're on WeBeGeeks, PC.com. Every Wednesday. Nerdly.co.uk. Good day, Vickers.
Hello, Becca.
Anyways, and we're also on Danger Entertainment.
Bloody Wankas.
Danger Entertainment. Hey, what was that other podcast thing we just got on last week?
We are on Potter and Family.
Potter and Family.
So
Yes, you follow the discussion on
Potter and
Facebook.
Family.
and Twitter.
And Twitter.
Is Ariel Winter a part of that?
No.
Anyways, moving
I was
on.
wondering.
My number 5 is pretty boring. Read and surf the internet.
So porn.
I really am not.
So, porn and print porn. That's what he said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dear
That's
Penthouse.
my number 5. Go into the woods to look for porn.
Look for Dear Penthouse stashes.
Now, I know you wouldn't think this would happen, but it really did to me and my neighbor.
That's right.
Let's see. Number 4, I eat. When nobody's around, I'm like, yeah, I could go for that.
Wow.
And I usually go out to eat. Like, I go to, like, the Penn Station or something like that. That's something that no one else likes.
It's a local
in that
sub shop for people that don't have them
Yes.
in their areas.
So, I go out and get food that
He's
most
not
of my
actually
family.
going to the Pennsylvania Station train depot
No,
or anything.
no. See, I
Yeah.
told you it's boring. I really don't have much.
All right.
I do love Penn Station.
My number 4 is anything I would do when people are there.
Oh, Blake, what's your number 3, 4?
My number 4 is I watch the shows that she doesn't want to watch with me.
Porn. Remy LaCroix. Oh, she comes in. What are you watching, Blake? Nothing.
When he gets to watch Black Sails.
Hula hooping contest.
It's a documentary about hula hoops. Why does she have bleach? No reason.
Don't ask.
It makes it smoother to hula hoop. What's your number
Is that
3?
a chocolate mold?
What's your number 3?
Just threw up in my mouth.
My number 3, I get to play the long-term RPG video games.
That's my number 3.
Hey, see? Yeah, like, I'm talking like the Skyrims, the Fallouts, and all that kind of
That's
stuff.
my number 1 is play video games.
Yeah,
So
play
there you
video
go.
games. Yeah, because, I can't do that when she's around because then she's always like, why don't you spend time with me? Focus on me. Or I can't play video games because, the kids when they're back from college are watching TV.
Since you're a minimalist now and only have one TV in your
That's right.
house,
That's
would you like to
correct.
borrow my old black and white TV from my bedroom
I'm just
back
kidding.
in the day when I was 7?
I just camp out in the Bob studio.
I agree with Blake though on most of the video games that I like to play are the one-player video games with the long story to them.
Yeah.
Where you can't really play those with other people around unless
correct.
they bore the hell out of them watching you play.
I've been getting into Far Cry Primal back in the BC 10,000 BC is when it takes place. Much better than the movie. I really enjoy it. I've enjoyed it a lot. It is a
Yeah.
role-playing game, like you
Yeah,
build
and
yourself
see,
up.
when I play those games too, I have to play them for like hours on end because I have to complete missions or I have to complete the quests. I can't stop because if I stop, then I'll come back and for me because of my busy lifestyle and everything else to do, it could be weeks before I get back.
Yeah.
And then when I sit down in front of it, I'll sit there and go,
I forgot what I was in the middle of.
what was I doing?
My biggest issue with Assassin's Creed is I always forget how to fight after I go away from a break.
No, you just jump into a hay bin somewhere.
That's true. I'm just going to
You don't have to
hide.
fight. You just
hide.
jump into a hay bin.
So it's number
Hay
3.
wagon.
Or a bunch of reeds, just laying
Yeah,
in the reeds.
reeds.
Jeff,
Yeah.
what's your number 3? Porn?
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
3?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, part of that
No,
OCD.
my number 3 was the same.
Yeah,
as the
video
number
games. Part of that
Video
OCD
games,
too.
yeah.
That's also what gets me in trouble during the work week because I won't stop. And the next thing I know, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's the problem. You
And I'm
look
like,
up
oh
the-
shit, I gotta go to work. 3 hours.
My number 3 is watch TV. Specifically, I get stuck watching QVC and the Home Shopping Network a lot. I'm not proud. I can't get through
And you
fucking
don't
Luke
order
Cage.
anything.
I never order. I can't get through Luke Cage, but I need to watch QVC for an hour. Because I sit there, I'm like, that's kind of interesting. I like how this guy's selling it. 45 minutes later, maybe I do need a Dell computer. This guy's pretty good.
Maybe I do need that emerald ring.
No. The Dell
Jewelry.
computers are always the fun
Oh, but
ones.
that's Green Lantern's ring? I'll take that.
Maybe I
Ooh.
do need a Mr. Juicer. Maybe I do need to start juicing.
Maybe I need Tony Little's Gazelle.
Maybe I need to drink celery instead of eat it.
Tony Little on the Gazelle! Have you seen him lately? He scares me.
Lately, no, I have not.
No,
seen
you
him.
don't want-
Well,
Follow-
I have seen him lately, but it was of him back 20
in the
years
day.
ago.
You should watch QVC.
Yeah. See, now I can go for the more cultured version of that QVC. I can get sucked into the antique road shows.
I like Antique Roadshow.
Yeah,
I could get sucked into that.
My grandfather said this is back from 1820 and is worth thousands of dollars. It's actually $7. It's worth.
$7. It's from 1959,
replica.
and it's a mass-produced piece of garbage.
Are you sure about that? Yes, it says made in Taiwan. Well, he said he got it from the middle of
And it's
Asia.
pressboard.
He said this is really rare. Yeah, it says made by IKEA. I think you're okay. I think you're okay there. My number 2.
Got those annoying bolt screws from IKEA. That you can't use a regular screwdriver or flathead.
Yes.
It's got to be that little
Fucking Allen wrench.
Allen wrench.
And then the Allen wrench is never long enough, and it's
Yeah.
like, it hurts.
Or it's too short.
Yes.
And you can't twist it. Or it's too long. You can't get it in the tight spot. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
I got that problem too. It's too long. Can't get in the tight spot. Anyways.
Harumph.
3 kids.
You
Anyways,
go from, Marley Matlin.
3 kids doesn't mean it's long. It just means it spurts. That's all.
just
like
means
a
it
fire
works.
hose.
Miracles of modern science. Okay.
Anyways, my number 2. I enjoy this a lot, and I love it when nobody's around. Clean. I clean the whole fucking house. I love it.
I need to invite you over to my place.
I love it.
God, damn.
My wife will be gone.
He's not.
I'm not kidding.
Either.
I love cleaning.
He's a neat
My
freak.
wife will be gone with the kids, and she'll come back home, and she's like, "What'd you do?" And she's like, "Did you just relax? You need to just relax." I was like, "I cleaned the whole house. I emptied the trashes."
That is you relaxing.
Yeah, and I was like, I did all the laundry. I did the bathrooms. I scrubbed the toilets. What else do you need? I put the powder down. I vacuumed. I dusted. What do you need? And she's like, "Oh my God, stop!" I was like, "But thank you. I don't have to do it." I was like, "See."
Good driver. Good driver. I'm a good cleaner. Good cleaner.
Hi, Red Man.
I'm a good cleaner.
But only on Sundays.
Yes.
Clorox
Yeah,
at 4.
anytime I can clean, I do.
Clorox at
It's
the floor.
great. It's awesome. I love it. I love a clean house. You never know who's going to come over. And my wife's like,
Gotta wear gloves.
Nobody comes over.
she's like, we don't have strangers coming over. She's like, everybody that knows us,
We don't live in the 50s where people don't let you know they're coming over before they come over.
That's right. Patty Duke's at the door again. Tell her to go to her own house.
Yeah, so
There goes.
Jason's on his kitchen floor on his hands and knees wearing long latex gloves and a hairnet. Scrubbing.
And black socks.
Scrubbing in black socks. Scrubbing that floor.
People, I think we talked about this before. People clean naked. I
brush.
don't get it.
No, you pay people to clean naked. You
No!
don't clean naked yourself. Or else that bleach gets in those places. Kind of burns.
What that is their clothes are in the laundry.
Still disgusting.
They only own one laundry's worth of clothes.
No.
One load's worth of clothes.
No.
I don't know.
I love the shark steamer.
I mean, you're talking about people clean naked. I laugh when I hear people clean. I mean, come on.
That's my number 2.
Yeah.
My number 2 is I suppose spend way too much time kickstarting. I'm always looking at
Donating money?
donating money to people, and
I don't donate to the poor. I donate to entrepreneurs.
and then getting something 2 years later. I went, oh yeah, I did give them money.
Oh, there's my fidget spinner for my ass. Oh, there it is. I'm glad I kickstarted that. It fidget.
I got this fidget thingy from Kickstarter.
How much was that?
Not that much.
Oh, okay. It's a dice.
That was the $100 promise.
It's just a fidget cube.
Never mind. Anyways, what's your number 2, Blake?
It's cool because I can do that without doing stuff because you yell at me when I used to click pens.
Yes.
So now I got a fidget cube.
Or eat
so
Pez into the mic, but
Well, that's going to continue.
Nom, 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 yum. Anyways, go ahead. What's your number 2, Blake?
I walk around the house in my underwear
It's a sight I do not want to see.
because I can.
Okay. Is it underwear or naked?
I don't do naked.
Okay.
There's
The
too much
boys need to
flopping
be
around
supported.
for naked. That's right. The boys need to be supported. So I'll walk around in my underwear.
Black socks?
No black socks.
Good man. That's a visual I never want to see.
No.
Can't wait for Henna's theme song about
Exactly.
that. Okay, what's your number one?
Because you're restricted when you have wife and female. You got girls in the house. Being the only guy, you can't have that freedom. You understand how important it is to have that freedom to walk around the house in your underwear? Because you
wonderful.
can.
It's wonderful.
Exactly. Because you can.
Yeah.
That's right.
No offense. Maybe I'm not exactly sure on your wife's mentality there, but once the girls are gone, does she get mad at you if you tried to walk around in just underwear?
Yeah, she'll be like, "What are you doing?
Why are you thinking of me? Put some clothes on."
Yeah, exactly.
I do appreciate that your wife sounds like one of the girls from the Girl Squad from the superhero from the
Girl Squad.
There you go, from Strong Bad.
Black, what are you doing? You're awesome! Yay! Arrows! I'm ugly! It's true.
So your wife was on the Teen Girl Squad.
That's right.
I married Blake. It's true. It's true.
Look at Team Strong Bad. Teen Girl Squad.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. What's your number one?
Oh, my number one. Now, I know this next one is going to be very controversial.
Uh-oh.
I know that.
If you say sleep, I'm going to punch you.
I know that I may fall from favor and grace, to the female listeners, or to those that identify as female.
Can you really fall
Listeners.
that far from that?
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
There's not much farther you can fall.
Yeah, but this is going to put me over the edge.
Okay.
So I leave the toilet seat up.
Yes, Blake does do that. Poor Blake.
Let me tell you how I've been lectured about not putting the seat up. Because, sometimes the old lady in the middle of the night
I know
has
exactly.
to go to the bathroom, and if there's no seat down and keeping the lights off, and there's no seat down, she falls in.
My wife has done that a couple times when I've left it up back in the day, not
exactly.
anymore.
I will tell you how to solve that.
Yeah.
Never put the seat up. After peeing on the seat a couple of times, she will want you to keep the seat up.
Blake,
what'd you do?
Which brings me to the next question. Why are they pushing for these unisex bathrooms? When they realize all these men piss on the seat all the time, they want to go back to segregated bathrooms.
Or they shit and just don't flush.
seriously.
Oh my god!
Oh, just clog it up. and just
Never
leave
in
it
a
there.
corporate atmosphere have I thought,
Oh my God!
What the
you know
fuck
how
is
many
wrong
times
with
I've gone in there and the toilet is clogged, completely clogged up, and like to the rim. And you're like, Jesus, what the hell? Who did this? And you get pissed off because, like, I know all these guys in here. None of them are this disgusting, but somebody is.
one of them is.
And it's not me. And then you start freaking out because when you flush the toilet, you're like, holy shit, I'm going to be coming out. And the next person that's coming in is going to think it was me.
Yes. Oh, it smells really bad. And you're like,
Oh
it wasn't
my
me. It wasn't
God.
me. It wasn't me.
So I take it you don't have plungers available at
Nope.
We do now.
We don't.
You know how many times I had to plunge that motherfucking toilet in my workplace? It's fucking. I got some disgusting sons of bitches in there.
Well, I've had to plunge it, but that's because I was the one that backed it up. But I don't leave it that way.
It becomes like a game.
Because you're a gentleman, Jeff.
Well, that and I have such a small office, everyone would know it was me anyway.
There's some sick bastards
I'm
out
probably the
there.
one that
I'm telling
actually
you.
poops at work anyway.
Well, then that's the problem because then you start going out to the office and you're like, this is like a fucking game of Clue. You got to figure out who was in the bathroom. What'd you have for lunch? Who had that for lunch?
Who had corn?
Clogging that shit up.
Who had corn or lettuce? Let me say, God.
Or actually say, who needs more vegetables in their diet?
Did
You
anyone,
need a lot more roughage.
who did have V8 today? Who did have V8?
Seriously.
Did anyone have cheese today? You're okay.
So this is what it comes down to.
This is where it comes down to. That's
Another
right,
clip
it
show.
should be.
No. What's your number one, Jeff?
So, anyways, yeah, I leave the seat up
Well,
because
I know you're just
can.
going to roll your eyes.
He does.
But my number one is I do whatever the fuck I want.
That's pointless.
The list was pointless. I'm a single guy that lives alone. What the fuck did you expect to be on my list?
So you're in your natural state constantly.
Exactly.
We should have just said, Jeff, just describe your regular day.
I wake up,
Describe
I go
yourself
to
at home.
work. Then there's people at work. Then I come home. I watch television. Maybe surf the internet. Go to bed.
Raise my cholesterol level.
Well, that happens naturally.
Yes, in your natural environment. My number 1 was play video games. So there you go. Hanno? Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Now we want the song, Hanno.
Now you're really challenged.
Now we want the song.
Take a look at that, Mr. Abs.
No, I just saw he's going to Jamaica.
Yes, he is.
Is he joining the Dark Angel and Pretty Freak?
Yes, he is. They're all in Jamaica. I think Salty Language is going too.
Salty, yeah. So
How come we weren't invited?
We are invited.
You're not on
I was
Twitter.
never told.
You're not on Twitter.
Oh,
They always go to Jamaica every year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Actually, next year, my wife and I are going. We're dropping the kids off at your house. So I think you and your wife will be great with 3 kids in a 400 square foot
go.
house. I think
I
it's
would
gonna
have
be
been
awesome.
more than happy to join them in Jamaica. But they go to one of those couples places and it's double occupancy. And like I said, I'm alone.
No, you're not. Nicole Bright's available.
Oh, Nick, you want to go to Jamaica?
With your Mongolian meat?
Brazilian meat.
Whatever.
Una Braza Steakhouse. Yeah,
Welcome to the Mongolian Meat Show. Population U.
God.
Bad idea of the week. Put in Tom Cruise as your anchor for a future franchise series.
They're not advertising it as a franchise series.
What is that, like number 76?
Sounds good to me. Thanks, guys, for listening. And Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You were listening to Hobie.